How y'all doing?
I was gonna say before I got cut off, I wish Foreign put on a hoodie. Like Jesus Christ,
It's okay. Eye candy, eye candy, eye
that shit
candy.
distracting as fuck, Foreign.
It's a million degrees out here, man. What are you talking?
It's hot over there.
Yeah, it's hot right now. Like it's just humid right now because it was hot all day, you know?
It's cold as a motherfucker out here.
I hate this one.
Yeah. Still.
Bro, Toronto's so whack. Like, like the other day, I swear yesterday it was like bun up weather. Like you could go outside with like shorts and t-shirt.
My thing.
Now it's back to hoodie season.
Yeah, it's bad out here.
Yeah,
I
it
believe I'm
fluctuates.
waiting for two more people. I'm waiting for Clips from Montreal. I'm waiting for Dracy.
Right, Tracy.
We got the two young gentlemen from the Uncommon Sense podcast here, man.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
What's good, everybody?
Saying
No, man, we're just here, man, trying to put this shit together, you know? You guys, you guys are clearly next up, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys just need the one. You need the one, and you guys are out of here.
Appreciate
That's
it, man.
how
A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of grinding.
You don't gotta tell me, bro. I asked Vegas like the other day we did a live stream and I just crashed out. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm sick of this shit. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, that's valid.
But it's like, man.
Nah, but he put a damper on the whole fucking week. Like I didn't know how to approach after that. It's like, oh, this guy's in a bad mood. What do I do now?
I don't know what I
like,
did there.
You know, like it's like
It was
when he's
literally
in his
day, like,
when you're in your nah, fam. Like I felt like the whole week because when you're in your funk, it's like I don't know what to do next. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And it's not like you're not the only like me and Ninex was like that too. When Ninex used to go to jail back in the day and we were rapping and shit, he used to go to jail and I used to get so cheesed because I don't want to rap no more. Like my partner's gone. I don't know what the fuck.
why not, fam? You got
I
to
don't want to do it by myself. You know what I'm saying?
You got to Quavo and my boy the thing, fam. And take off the thing.
Nah.
when
Robin
he comes
can't do
back-
it without Batman, fam. I'm not Nightwing. You know
Yes,
what
he
I'm saying?
can. That's
I'm
what
not
I'm about to say. He turned into
Nightwing.
Nightwing. What are you talking about?
I'm not Nightwing, fam.
He turned into Nightwing. What are you talking about?
He turned into Nightwing. That's because Batman was on some bullshit. Become Batman and watch me become Nightwing.
So if your partner in crime is on some bullshit, you gotta Nightwing the thing, fam. You gotta War Machine the thing. You gotta.
But yo, Vegas, you actually made tracks. I did not know that.
Shh, be quiet.
Hella goaded out here, fam.
Now
Don't
you need
tell-
to send
don't
me
tell
Vegas
some.
is
nobody.
sick. Even producing, Vegas is sick. Yo,
It's not about Vegas, man. This is a True North collective. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting on Tracy.
I swear the freestyle like a couple months ago.
Who, me?
Yeah, I swear I seen something when you rapping.
Yeah, probably. probably.
Oh,
don't blush, Vegas. Don't blush.
Money
Nah,
making
nah.
Mitch.
What's a bond?
I swear this guy was calling me other content.
Holy. We got the whole crew here.
Yeah, we got the whole crew, man.
Hold on, let me page JC really quick, see if he's coming in.
On the app, can you see the comments? You have to have the app, huh?
I can pull up the comments when it
Yeah,
pops
we can
up.
put up the
Oh, okay. It's just on my side. It doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. I was just wondering if I couldn't see something.
Yeah, nah, you
before
good.
we start the whole thing. A question for the Uncommon Sense guys. Do you guys stay away from rappers? Like if a rapper will come on the show, like he'll come on the show, but do you guys talk behind the scenes and be like, yo, fam, we don't really want to get into the rapper interviewing rapper thing because you know?
Yeah, honestly, fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, shit. Yeah, we don't really do the rapping thing because too much polys, and then two, we're just not really like a hip hop centered like we don't have one specific genre. We talk about all kinds of stuff. So we're not like against doing rappers. We just don't like favor them.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, safer that way. Just in general, crowd friendly, bro.
And then
Toronto's too small,
also
too
like
emotional.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of polys too. So it's like there's less reasons to do it, you know?
No, you make so much sense.
Hey,
It's
no,
just what you said.
no, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's hard. Like if you say yes to one, it's like they just rush you.
The thing is, you gotta like. I'm not even against the whole. It depends like who the artist is in adult, right? And then it's also like there's other ways to strategically use them. You know what I mean? Like, or place them in content or place them in use. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, boom, we're interviewing a rapper on my platform. Like let's say we have a discussion of some variety or we're hosting something like that, and we want the input from, let's say, okay, boom, you sit down, but you'll be conversing amongst other people or like with women or something. You know what I mean? Like there's ways to use it strategically. That's not so like, we're interviewing this nigga. You know what I mean?
No, fam. I wish that me and Vegas didn't start interviewing niggas still. I wish we just kept it to the whole just me and him talking because holy
So
shit.
what happened? What was your experience with that? Like you said, you guys did it. Why do you regret it from your perspective?
I wouldn't say I regret it because I feel like also too, Friday can't be the only space where people get interviews from artists in general, right? So I feel like coming over to us, we're gonna give you the, you know, who you guys smashing and the sex questions. We're gonna get into like the mixy stuff a little bit, but I just felt like it needed more of the space like that. Same thing, bro. We know how it is. Toronto's small. We all know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So we interview this person. Somebody gets mad, or you know what I'm saying. We interview somebody, and people think that we actually have a real relationship. Some people, like I actually do have relationship with, they got mad about interviews I've done. So it's like, fam,
yeah, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. In the realm of content, these niggas all fucking up for themselves. But like, that's for everything, right? Like, bro, niggas fuck up opportunity with that kind of mentality.
That's facts.
I feel like people feel like you guys, you know, once you do that, you pick a side, right? So the best thing is to try to stay neutral. So like that's the easiest. That's probably part that we stay away from, like, you know, the rappers and stuff. Like if you did other stuff, like, yo, you could be a rapper, but like you gotta have personality. Like if you're not trying to like crack, you gotta watch the show first. Like you can't just come onto the show and you haven't watched anything yet. Like that doesn't make sense to us. Like you don't know what you're dealing with. And it's like, you know, we crack jokes. Sometimes we do like a little segment where it's like shit might not be funny to you, but yo, it's funny. And you know, if you don't have a personality, it's kind of like the show may not go that good. And then like you may not like how you look in the show, and now you like, you know, you're gonna get angry. It's like, yo, we can just scratch all of that and forget it.
Yeah, like King Clash, right? Something like that.
No,
yeah.
Plus, I'm friends with other people that podcast whatnot, and then like exactly what Cuz was saying in terms of people not liking certain elements. Like, oh, I don't like this. Oh, don't post it, buddy. Do you know the time, money, and effort goes into this? I'm not recording you just to not put it out my
Right.
This is far beyond you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a man tell you cut out
this.
this, cut out that. Now
You know,
it's
it's so
fucking.
like,
We got
you're
10
right,
minutes of
I'm
footage. You were here for 2 hours. Like, fine, what are you dealing with?
Yeah.
Yo, it sucks when you have to do like.
But
There's so many moments that we had to just cut out the juicy parts, and maybe it's for political reasons, or maybe it's not to make them look like a complete idiot, but like we would cut so much, not so much, but we would cut often like parts of the interviews, and it's like, but those are the best parts too. It's just like, goddamn, man. Like,
That sucks. Out of all the interviews we did, I swear there was only maybe like 1, 2 maximum where we had to cut out something, and it was like just one, right? Yeah, and it was like it was a small part too. It wasn't even anything big. So it's like that's not something we're used to, you know.
Yeah, but yo, Vegas, there was that one interview I seen a lot of bleeping, a lot of cutting.
Which one?
And it was basically someone talking, like, you know, it's basically like
Cat P.
I don't want to say the word, but
Cat P, right?
You have to bleep, you have to do all of this just because he's saying I didn't do this, but these people. Then a bunch of bleep.
Cat P and Chromas are probably the two most cut out. Like Chromas, if we left in what she said, we would have definitely been out of here. Like
we would have been, voted, but she would have been canceled.
Fuck, I keep forgetting about that one.
Yeah,
the other one I feel like we could have left in, man. The other one, it wasn't that bad. girls deal with that every day. But like whatever. But like yeah, the Chroma's interview we had to cut up a lot of. Like I'm not gonna lie, there was some shit in there that she was saying, and I was just like, wow, she would have got canceled. They would have looked at her funny. Like it would have been crazy.
And
But
Cat P was just too incriminating.
It wasn't even that incriminating. We should honestly, we should have just cut out that one part in general. It shouldn't have been in there.
Tales from the Hood, fam, is just way too much. You couldn't do it, though. I couldn't put him out like that. And then obviously, like the issues that it was just too much. Like when you say one thing and then you go on, like you didn't need to go on. You could have just stopped it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Yo, can we smoke on this?
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever the hell you want.
No, it's still
We're worried about like monetization, whatever the case. I don't know. I'm about to let myself hold on. It's not even my thing.
We don't care about all that. Like
bro.
that.
Yeah, we honestly, I feel like we're similar in a sense where I see you guys having like a lot of intellectual conversations, just conversations not obviously about like hood shit, but like conversations that the man them really have. You guys have on the podcast. It's the same thing with like me in Vegas. Like we have real conversations, and like I feel like, you know what I'm saying. Just we need to open the space more, and that's why we're putting 100%. This together. Like, but let's get to it, man. Let's intro this really quick. You know, really quick. I wanted to big up our guy. Is it Justin Hunt? Is it?
Yeah, Justin Hunt.
Justin Hunt, the company man, he had this idea where he was just like, yo, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of different podcasters, content creators, put them into one space and just have conversations, right? Like everybody's always interviewing the artists and different people, but let's bring these guys in and have a conversation about what's going on, the outlook of stuff, how we can help each other. And this is why, you know, we came together with me in Vegas and somebody else, but sorry.
Shout him out, man.
Shout out Burl Sounds. You know what I'm saying? Man. Burl Sounds was trying to do this on a higher level, but I was just like, yeah, I'm saying nah. Like, we're doing this for the man them. We're doing this for the guys that are really out here trying to do stuff, really trying to put in work. So, Vegas, introduce, man.
So yeah, this is True North Collective. I guess we can all introduce ourselves to our viewers. I'll start off with myself. My name is DJ Las Vegas. I am an engineer. I make beats sometimes, songwrite, make music, videographer, shot videos, graphic design. I made the cover. A podcaster now.
Nigga, just say you do everything, okay?
Whatever. I worked with Bugs, Hoodlum, Smiley, Killy, 3M French, Bully, Honcho Hoodlum, Foreign and Anita, and so much more. So yeah, that's me. A lot more, and that's me.
Next
Underground Nation.
Underground Nation.
All right, me. I'm Underground Nation. Well, you can call me SXM. I'm trying to build this platform where I just have serious conversation because I can't lie. I started doing a bunch of like music reviews. I was looking at the news, things like this in the beginning, but then I actually started in November, and then closer to like election day, that's when I was like, yo, let me ask the people in Canada, like, how did they feel about certain things? How do they feel about, you know? So I started doing more street interviews, and then when I got back, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna make political videos, give my opinion. If someone wants to roast me, they can roast me, or they can join in and have a conversation. So now I got more success by just, you know, doing these political videos. And yeah, pretty much.
Big up yourself, man. Gutsy Guts, podcaster, mix up guy. I'm pining the rappers, baby moms, and all that. Gaza. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have fun, man. I wanted to bring fun into the city, into the content creation world. Obviously, like when I started podcasting, I went on We Love Hip Hop. I felt like it was, you know, it's kind of stale. So I just brought some life to it, whatever. I left, started my own thing with Vegas. And yeah, man, we're just here. We're having fun with this. And at the end of the day, we know it's not really about us. We feel like the information that we have, the knowledge that we have, and just the ideas that we have is for everybody else. And hopefully that we can just uplift the city in just ways that we've never seen before. And obviously, like, we're seeing it, like the reality show, Real Bad Girls of the Six. We're working on another reality show. We're just doing a lot of stuff that not even just with music, just on the entertainment scene, where it's just like I'm excited to see what's going to be happening in the near future for the city.
All right, Foreign.
What's up, y'all? My name is Foreign E. I'm a recording artist, actress, content creator, and I had a podcast, starting a new one. Just exactly trying to jump on here and meet new connections, new people. You know what I mean? Get to know everybody and try to make Canada like one huge platform, really. You know what I mean? I feel like we have so much potential in different parts of Canada and stuff like that we don't really get to see too much, and we're all just kind of working out of one city, and we can really expand. So yeah, here to spread love. And yeah, look out for my album coming out too in the summertime. I'm making a new album, so wait on that as well. Love.
Foreign, you're out in Vancouver, right?
I'm in Vancouver right now. Yeah.
Okay, and I want to be a little mixy. You did have a podcast with your ex.
I knew you were gonna throw that in there. Yeah, I did. I did, yeah. I had a podcast for a bit. Stop it.
Okay. Stop
it. With her old babe.
Who's the ex? Yeah.
But you guys are still cool now. You guys are cool. You've been in the same
everyone's cool, you know what I mean?
Together.
Yeah, everybody's cool, you know?
Oh,
everybody's
that's
cool
right. I forgot. Walzak. I forgot. Walzak.
Yeah.
Man like 6.
We're giving everybody clouds. We're out here. We're doing our thing right now. It's us.
Oh,
it's about us.
You know what's crazy? How many episodes did you do on that? I think I remember seeing that.
A few. Yeah, we had it for a while.
Okay. No, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when that nigga was doing a podcast, and there was a white guy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
You probably seen one of the Halloween ones. It's crazy.
All right, Castro.
Yeah, Castro, part of Uncommon Sense, content creator. I just like jokes. Make jokes, keep it real. Talk however I feel, feel like somebody out there gonna relate to it. So that's me.
That's what's up. How do you say your name? Rip Mex? How do you say that?
Oh no, my fault. So yo, I'm X, RIPMX on everything social. Sounds
okay.
Rest in peace, Malcolm X.
Rest in peace, Malcolm. Oh wow, that's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm about to say? Yeah. Hey, nigga, I'm fucking doing something. Shut up, bro.
Yeah, I told you you bad.
No, I'm watching the next year right now. Anyhow, Uncommon Sense 1/3, man to do the podcast, man to do content creation, entertainment all around. If you haven't seen me on the internet, you're not looking hard enough. That's it.
Jeez.
What's up? Money Mitch?
Yeah. Money Mitch, 54X Mitch on Instagram, 1/3 Uncommon Sense podcast. Currently, that's where you can find me at YouTube, Uncommon Sense podcast, and I got my own channel on the way, but it's not there yet, so you just find me on there.
Hold on, Money Mitch, you look eerily familiar. Did you used to do music?
Yeah.
I shot your video, didn't I?
Yeah, you did with Face Film.
Oh my God!
I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, bro, I know this guy, but I'm trying to figure out where.
I'm like, yo, Money Mitch. I'm looking at your face, like, yo, I know this guy, and I'm like, I shot your video. We're on the rooftop at fucking Ellesmere and Brimley. Ellesmere and Markham Road.
Yeah,
at that top.
It was Markham. I think it was Markham and Lawrence.
Whatever, but it was on top of the roof.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
I love that song.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
years.
So you guys just made the link right now?
I never even knew he had a podcast.
Yeah. Yo, that was a long time ago though. It's not recent.
It was a while ago. Yeah, it was. I was shooting it through Face Films at that time.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't I'm like, yo. But like I recognize the name, but like I do my video with Face. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like I'm not adding it up. And I was like, okay, all right, makes sense. Yeah.
Bro,
that's crazy.
Everyone like holy, bro.
I'm tied in.
The man's working.
I can't help it. I'm tied in.
Really quick before I get to like the scene and the content creation world in the city, what's crazier right now? top 5 having music with Ye or just interacting with Ye or the NBA playoffs? Like, what's more crazier right now? Like, because the NBA playoffs has me on one. I don't know if the man don't watch sports, but
you might. I do, but I don't watch ball. I watch soccer and boxing. That's my two.
okay.
Right there. You have to ask Casher. Casher's more of a basketball
Cash was
man.
on the ball shit. Yeah.
Ball's lit. Ball's lit. Like, I can't believe New York won. That's crazy. But yeah, other than that, like honestly, the top 5 situation, that's just like I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know what to say. It's just he's on run and
yeah, fam.
No, top 5 is King Troll right now. He
like
trolled his way to the top. Like, shit,
yeah, he's on his run and like yo, I can't hate. I'm not an artist. Like, you know, I can't even hate. The man is at the same time, it's like whether you like him or not, it puts Toronto somewhere where we thought we couldn't be. So I can't even be mad at that.
I just respect like the man barely puts out any songs.
He
batted
hasn't.
up Kanye, and now he linked up with you. Like, I don't even know how you pulled that off.
right.
But like, yo, if the man says he's gonna do something, so far he has receipts, bro. He gets it done. So he's King Troll. I guess that's all I can really say about this guy.
Yeah, like I've been said it. I think he has one of the craziest free ups ever. Like out of jail, like
his one's iconic, yeah.
Gucci Man ain't do it. 6ix9ine ain't do it. Like none of these guys are able to Gunna. Like I don't think I've seen any run like this. With and just like Mitch said, without any music is crazy.
Yeah, that's the best part.
It's the power of the internet, bro. It's the power of the internet.
It's become like content creation at this point with him.
Exactly.
I feel like
it's not about artistry. It's not about music. It's not about nothing. It's about relevance and content creation.
Right.
This guy
Right.
draws attention to the guy.
But even when you look at like top 5 himself, it's like street politics aside, he's an entertainer.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he knows how to like get the crowd, get people to talk. You know, he knows how to like do trending stuff. So it's like maybe sometimes people understand like, yo, music is not for me. I'm good at this. So he knows how to do that.
Say that. I don't necessarily agree when it's like you're still claim to fame and then you bat up mans on their music video and your claim to fame is like do music, right? Like you're still considered a rapper out of the city, right? So I can't really say like, oh, I'm a rapper, but I'm not that good. So I'm just gonna like, you know, I don't know. Like something about that just didn't sit right with man. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the power of the internet.
He's beyond the rapper to me, bro. He's just an entertainer. Niggas are in jail right in their bars. He's there thinking, yo, who am I gonna beef when I get out? Who am I gonna beef when I free up? You know what I'm saying? And it's worth more than a lot of niggas' bars, bro. So whatever he's there plotting on, like he knows how to make it work for him. So I don't know. I can fuck with that, you know.
But here's the thing too, that it's like a question for me that I was talking about the other day, because I'm like, does it make us look silly, like not to be taken serious?
Well, like,
or is it good content? Like how do you feel about that? Like in the sense, like we get it, we're like, you know, Canadians, we think it's funny, like, you know what I mean? But like from like the US and stuff, from their perspective, are they taking it like you guys are a bunch of like dopes or something? Like, does it look bad on our part, or is it a good look?
I don't know, because like on one hand you could say he's making mans look bad, but that's only because we don't have a lot of representation. It's like compared to America, they got so many artists and celebrities, just celebrities of all kinds. We don't really have shit. We got Drake, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, couple basketball players, but like we don't have nothing to compare to them. So I guess if he's one of the most famous guys, maybe it looks away, but at the same time, he's one man. Like I don't feel like he represents me. I don't feel like if I were to go to America, I'm not worried about top 5 piss these guys off. I gotta worry about it. That's not my business. These represent himself. That's how I feel.
But what about how the average American person or average American consumer of hip hop or whatever looks at us? Like,
right,
if someone from our city is going to the next side and kind of like being a dick, that's the only thing that they're going to know from any of us coming on their side, until we say, hey, I'm not like that guy. But what if their first impression is, yo, you're just like that guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing we can do when it comes down to that. So I think representation is important. Yet and still, I feel like what Top 5 is doing is not bad. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, because if this was an American artist doing what he's doing, it would be accepted.
I mean, American artists do what he's doing. Look at Fulio before he died. He was pissing everybody off. You see what I'm saying?
But he died.
So,
I mean, he's doing it.
Pissing
They're
people off.
beside
You
each
see what I'm
other.
saying?
They're
That's
perfect
what happened.
dynamic duo.
Yo, real
But-
talk. Americans don't even really know like okay. First they had a representation was like Drake and stuff. It's like, oh yo, he's like a pretty boy, he's soft, this and that. Okay, cool. But like now you guys are starting to understand more Toronto, the deeper this stuff gets, and it's like some Americans don't even know what a Somalian is. Like they have no idea what's going on over here. Like everybody isn't the same. However, Top 5 is, whether they believe it or not, that's him. Like
I feel
they
like
had
if Top 5
they had
is the
characters too.
representation.
A character, bro. He was a character, but that was somehow them at one point, and they were bigging him up.
Right.
We looked at
I
that
feel
like,
like-
yo, we looked at that like, yo, nigga, you crazy? You're gonna come out here in the dot with rainbow hair, nigga? You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's just weird to us. That's just weird to us, but they're gonna go over there and accept it. Like, nigga, that's weird. Then like Pop Smoke came out, all of a sudden everybody got the grab us. The fuck is this?
Max.
I feel like if Top 5, like he's one person seen. So if this guy's the only representation, that's all the other rappers' faults. Like, where were you guys? Why are you letting him get all the shine? Aren't you guys the rappers? He's not even rapping. He's not even dropping songs. Where are you guys? I feel like it's on everybody else who's part of the music industry to represent themselves. We can't just rely on one person, you know? So
Underground Nation, what do you think about this?
What I think is like Top 5 really paved. If he's going through this little, because how many like Toronto or even Canadian content creator really make it at this, like at a certain level, to be in a room with certain people? It's a very small opportunity. It's like not a lot of people are doing this. So just him opening is like going to open the floodgate for a lot of us to actually go out there and represent Canada. And also what I think is that like, for example, my cousin, he's way older than me. Back in the days, he'll be like, yo, like, you guys only have Drake, man. He'll tease me about Drake. By the way, he's from the States. So he'll always tease me about Drake. Yo, Drake is, man, you need to listen to Meek Mill, bro. Don't bump that Drake, man. That's the type of thing he would tell me. And then I'll be like, yo, listen to this song. Listen to this. Now, like 5 years later, he goes like, bro, Drake dropped a banger. I like this song. So I feel like it's you have to give it time for the people on the other side to actually start. Like, you have to, like, Top 5, a lot of people here didn't like him, but seeing him so many times, like, you're popping up on the feed, you're making jokes, some you might like, some you might some that you might like, some that you might not like. Well, just being on the feed so many times, well, that person is gonna be like, yeah, that was cool. Like, they're gonna change their mind on how they feel about certain aspect of what Toronto's offering.
But that's going back to consistency. And I will put that on pause. Young Clips has entered the chat. I want Young Clips to say hello, give a brief bio of himself, and then we'll continue the conversation.
What's good? What's good? What's good? You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. What's up? What's up? Young Clips, Don One. Frig, have a hold up podcast in Montreal, Canada. What else you want me to say?
Yo, you said Don.
Say what?
You said Don once?
Don.
Oh, Don.
Oh, okay, Don.
Just Don. DON.
Okay.
What type of content you make?
Usually I just do interviews with artists or like anybody to have something going for themselves, or niggas from certain blocks, whatever. Just sit down, have a conversation. Wherever it goes, it goes.
Montreal's kind of hot right now.
Yeah, it's starting to bubble right now. Still,
It's getting hot with this whole thing.
nah,
Who-
for sure.
Kudos to you.
Who was the street guy from Montreal that was very heavy? Like, I think he's in jail now. What do you recall that gentleman?
K-Trap.
What's his name?
You're probably talking about K-Goons?
K-Goons.
K-Goons.
Yeah, he was bubbling. He was bubbling stuff.
But he's in jail now, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
he's
back inside?
been inside for like 3-4 years. He's been inside for a minute still.
I met him at Boogs' house. It's crazy. This guy's
Okay.
I interviewed
I think he
him. I interviewed
had
him.
Nori.
Yeah, I seen that interview.
Yeah.
That's dope. Well, welcome to
for
the
sure.
chat. We were just talking about what's the craziest thing right now? Top fives linking up with Ye or the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, top 5 linking up with Ye doesn't even make sense. It's crazy how he just went out there and just started linking up with all these people. It's pretty crazy stuff. But it's good in another sense because it shows you how like celebrities are like accessible, and it's not just like, sometimes you look at celebrities like in a fantasy type of world, like they're like unreachable type of thing. So it kind of shows you like they're more reachable in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, what's up?
I feel like we need one more opinion on this. Homie, but he seems like he's busy with his dogs.
This guy's all kinds of shit going on over there.
The man is chefing, fam.
Yeah. I don't know. Y'all call it. I thought it was 8 o'clock. I had to start cooking this shit, nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, nigga time. My bad.
Exactly. I thought it was 8 o'clock still.
I'm like, yo, buddy, this chicken has to get stewed, Ration.
But yeah. Final thoughts on the whole top 5.
The top 5 situation, bro. The top 5 situation, it is, believe to achieve it. It's as much as people don't like, oh my God, this Canada's representation. Nobody else is doing shit. This nigga believes in himself, and look where he got himself. Not a damn Chaco, most successful rapper out of fucking Toronto. Come on, bro. So I respect what he's doing on the basis of one, and then we all look at it like it's fuckery, bro. Because like we're from here, so you kind of know how things work, right? Americans have no idea. They just see the blanket, like the brand and packaging. This nigga got what charges? This nigga's doing what? Like, it looks crazy to them, but they super respect that out there. Like, look at the drill scene, look at the Chicago scene, look at the New York scene. Now, niggas love killing each other over in America scene. They love doing it everywhere, but it's glorified. This nigga's outside talking his shit. Like,
But top 5 is entertaining, though, man. We can't take that.
It's coming in like the Canadian equivalent to, I guess, 6ix9ine on the level, but 6ix9ine put out more music. It just is what it is. But like, it's co-sign, right? Because it's a joke until it gets verified. As soon as Kanye West is like, we respect him. He's he's one of the best artists to ever come out of America. As soon as he co-signed it, what is it? What are you gonna say now? Everyone, you're gonna respect it. Why? Because he's still like, if he gets put on Kanye's album, for example, what are you gonna say? Like, even they have to look at even 504, and he had like the whole Kanye cosign. He never really did nothing with it for a bit, like he sizzled out. But you were like, you go from a regular street nigga to like, boom, you're on levels with Kanye. Like, it's crazy. So it does have its effect, and let's see what the trickle down effect does for Toronto. Because it's putting eyes on.
Yo, guys, one thing we have to not forget is like, whatever happened to Designer?
Man, fuck
that nigga went mine. No, that nigga went.
You went mod?
I'll tell you what happened. I seen the video not too long ago. This nigga went mod. What happened?
I said he was all jerking off on some shit. He was on some weirdo shit.
Yeah, he
was on the plane being inappropriate.
He was jerking off, and then he got
being inappropriate.
So that has nothing to do with Kanye's label.
He just couldn't make another.
No, Kanye did not make him do that shit. Don't blame that on Kanye.
No, not blaming it. I don't know. This nigga tried to make the connection. Like, I lie. Kanye does this.
Oh, it's Kanye have you offended? Oh, that's not me, bro.
I guess.
Well, actually, Kanye did say. We are forgetting that Kanye said some wild shit a couple of weeks ago.
That had nothing to do with
we are forgetting some wild shit.
He doesn't treat us.
That was weird, but I don't think he's not promoting that. Like, who else did Kanye sign? Big Sean. Big Sean's not on the plane doing things he shouldn't be doing, fam.
Yeah, Big Sean got shelved for a while though. Big Sean got shelved for a.
But that,
like,
we
I don't
can't
know.
blame that on Kanye though.
Yes, you,
bro. First investment for
him. Making now is not the music he was making when he was on Good Music. Like,
I was just saying he'd have a career like Designer.
But I'm saying like I would honestly, I don't think Underground Nation is too far from the Kanye thing because it's like all the artists that was under Kanye didn't really flourish that well. It was always Kanye that had but that goes to any artist signed to another artist. You're always gonna have that fucking. You can't get any bigger than the fucking main act at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
You can't. How can you say that? Look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne signed Drake. Arguably speaking, Drake is bigger than Lil Wayne.
And Nicki Minaj too. Well, even though Nicki Minaj,
you can say. Don't get me wrong. In terms of hip hop and like, oh my god, art form, niggas like Wayne. He's always gonna be a GOAT, right? In terms of like his reach, buddy, I think Drake's a bigger pop artist than Wayne is.
Yeah, definitely, man.
He is.
He has the
everything. Yeah, but
Drake's a pop artist. They play his music in H&M. I've never heard a Lil Wayne song in H&M.
But Wayne is not that. Wayne is the management of Drake, I think, and Young Money's the management, but he was still signed to Cash Money Universal. Like I think we're forgetting that it's not like Lil Wayne putting these niggas on. It's actually Birdman and them niggas. Like, and Birdman is not a fucking rapper like that. Like he was a rapper, but he wasn't like a rapper. He was more of a businessman. So like,
I don't think.
We gotta remember, Drake was signed because Wayne said, "Yo, you can do whatever you want to do." The rest of them niggas that get signed, they're not allowed to do what they want to do.
Okay.
So they can't do the same thing. Like everybody was like, when like Wayne heard the ear for that singing, rapping shit, you know, and he's like, "Oh, that might work. Keep doing that," and it worked. The rest of the niggas who had some shit to try, they didn't even get to try it. So that's the difference. Like Wayne actually gave Drake like, do whatever you want, and you can whatever. If it works, it works.
But is there another one? Though? Like if you look at it, that's probably the only one that you could really break down. Like Drake and Nicki bigger than Wayne, but like when I think about like Jay-Z and the whole rock up, well, fuck Kanye West.
J. Cole's pretty big, but yeah, I don't know.
No, not J. Cole. I would say that Rihanna and Kanye are somewhat bigger than Jay-Z.
No, Rihanna is bigger than Jay-Z because you have to understand when you make the transition out of hip hop into pop, it's a whole different demographic. Rihanna's pop music.
Yeah, Rihanna's on
not even just that. Rihanna hasn't
bro.
dropped a fucking video or album in how long, and people are still fiending for that.
Exactly.
She's an icon at this point. She didn't need to do shit.
Certain level.
It's over with.
Who signed The Weeknd?
EXO.
Okay. That's not an artist. Okay, and then who signed Justin Bieber? It was Usher, right?
Usher.
Yeah.
Usher, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
is that different because it's
pop?
That's pop, but that's pop.
Okay, that's fine. But
did Usher sign him, or did he discover him and bring him to the league?
I think he discovered him and brought him over.
I don't know if he was signed to Usher. I think Usher was just
after
facilitating
that.
Akon
found Lady Gaga and never had to make a track again.
Yeah, Akon signed Lady Gaga and Lady.
Stopped rapping after that shit. Like he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna
he
don't need to rap." So it kind of supports the man's thing still, because realistically, he stopped rapping so he could focus more on getting.
But he was still an artist. He was an active artist when he found her.
Yeah, but imagine you have Lady Gaga and then you have T-Pain. Do you have to rap anymore? Like you're on two lanes. You know what I'm saying?
Put it like this. I always say Akon put more effort into Lady Gaga's career than Kanye put into any of those niggas' career. I'm just gonna assume. I don't know these people, but I'm just gonna assume.
That's valid. Lil Baby signed Juice WRLD initially.
And Baby start rapping. Baby don't rap no more.
Yep.
But what the point is, this was an artist that found another artist, and it catapulted beyond the actual main artist. That's the point of it.
But just to play devil's advocate, like the nigga stopped rapping so he could focus more on being a manager or a record executive. You get what I'm saying?
No,
so he traded the rapping career to focus on his artists, whereas he's talking about niggas that still want to be big themselves and then have artists underneath them. Fam, that's kind of tough still because his focus is divided.
We have to remember too that it's a branch out, right? So like for them, they're trying to expand everything that they do, and I know this from experience. Like MMG, EXO, DC, like everybody was working with each other at some point. You know what I mean? And they're all branching out, like working this and this and that. And I know that because I was with the AR for a while from Florida, that was always with them. He was a part of MMG, but he was always rocking the XO necklaces in LA and stuff like that in Encino. So like they all do their thing, and then they got like, you know, the Bel Air bottles coming in, and then like all types of different things. And then you got the Coke Boys, which is like another branch out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like more money for them, especially if Drake's around where he's able to do different genres like that. It's money at the end of the day for the bigger, you know what I mean? No one's beefing, trying not to beef anyways, and they're doing big things. Like that's how I seen it back when they started this type of thing. Like back in 2013 when I was out in Florida, when I lived in Florida, it was always, they were up in the house. Molly Mall was there too. So then it was his brands and also his people and da-da-da from Vegas and this and this and that, right? So it's a huge branch out thing that nobody really gets to see unless you're there. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things too.
Clips, what were you saying about Bibby?
I was saying Bibby stopped making music way before we got you, bro.
You're in space, brother.
Yeah, your audio is crazy.
Yeah, your audio got choppy.
I think he was saying Bibby stopped rapping before he started rocking with Juice WRLD.
Oh,
Yo, you got the ears, man.
Hey, man. You're still in space.
Yeah, it's still try and cut out and come back in. Try and leave and come back. But I really wanted to talk about the scene right now. The one thing that me and Vegas always talk about is the infrastructure, right? Like I feel like for content creators, for artists, I feel like the infrastructure out here sucks. Like I don't know if there's no real opportunities. I just seen, who is it, Casper or somebody just came off tour. So I don't know if these rappers are just making excuses about not being able to get on tour. I seen Sheffy the other day talking about artists don't get played on radio, but like a lot of artists they're not on SoulCan or whatever to get their songs even played on radio. A lot of these guys don't even have edited versions. The content creators
radio friendly songs.
That too. Niggas don't even make songs about their gal. But
no, you gotta have substance in your music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be putting out music with no feel. Like I think people forgot like certain feelings that they're trying to like tap into with music, right? So a lot, like, how many times am I supposed to hear about spinning and drilling?
Every day, fam. Every other week when a new joint freaking drops.
You know, but again, like, and then it's like a lot of these rappers, I don't feel like they take their craft that serious. Like these might be punching bars. These aren't bars that you memorized and that you have down and you really mean these bars. These are bars that you made with your homies while you guys were sauced and it hit. Like not like this is fast food music.
So do you feel like it's more the artists, the content that they're making and not the infrastructure issue? Because I feel like it's both. I feel like it's everything, to tell you the honest truth. I feel like the infrastructure is kind of mash up where it's like the radio stations are not playing the songs, regardless if even if they are making radio friendly songs or not. There's no spaces for their songs to get played like that. I feel like the artists, their goals are low. A lot of these guys just want to get posted on like 6 sounds or keep 6 solid and that's it. I feel like even the audience is mash up because the audience just wants to fuck free. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
so yo, who do you want to see on radio
right now?
Like, who do you think is radio worthy or has like something that's gonna hit? Like, and we have to understand, like, it's not just gonna be us listening to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people listening to this, so can they relate to it too in some way? Like, who's an artist that you think can play on radio that majority of people will be like, oh, this is bumping?
I think Sav.
Sav talks some talk though.
He does, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, it could be on the radio.
I think so. I think the disco music
Now goes
song.
headshot, neck shot, chest shot.
Maybe that disco music song might be
ready for that.
The disco music song can get played on the radio though. I feel like if it's edited a certain way, he can switch up the bars.
You'd have to switch up the bars. The man said, "Yo, I'm outside with the junkies."
Nothing, man. He's not switching up.
That's some OT chilling with users. Niggas aren't listening, bro. Like,
no, we're listening, but I feel
We're
like Gutsy's right. I feel like okay, let's think. Okay, let's
hold on. I know it's a little bit different, but and I know he's the biggest artist, but Drake had Motherfuckers Never Love Us, Fuckers Never Love Us playing on the radio every fucking day. So it's like I know
was it Wayne on that or something? Like, nigga, that was a big song because the other niggas was on it.
No,
that was a main.
song.
That was a main. Motherfucker,
No,
I swear
that was
that's a
him by
mainstream
himself.
song. Really?
And you Gutsy, don't forget that the radio love to blackball us, you know. And all, for example, even that Wiz Khalifa song, "When I See You Again," sometimes they just cut off the rapping part. They're like, "All right, song is done. Loop."
Yeah, but that all depends on the radio station though. Like a top 40 radio station is not gonna play the rap part of any song. That's like California with Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg. You think fucking CHFI is gonna play Snoop Dogg's part? They don't give a fuck about
Nah,
Snoop.
but you know what? At the same time, I still feel like the thing, like, there is a disconnect between the mediums and the art. Evidently, there's always going to be a disconnect to some extent. But then I also feel like, if you really want something, like, you'll put in the work to do it. Like, there's so much other opportunity outside of the radio. People don't even listen to radio realistically. Like, it's not the main form. You got to get bumping on TikTok or social media or have some kind of trend. Like, you got to analyze the game, what's actually working, and then apply yourself into that. You can't just be like, oh my God, they're hating on me. Like, I don't know. I just don't like the victim mentality thing. I feel like if you haven't tried or at least exhausted, and a lot of people don't have a hard work ethic when it comes to anything they're doing. They think, nigga, I'm doing something. I should rap and get notoriety for it. And fam, keep trying. You know what I mean?
No,
but if you don't actually put yourself out there, like, fam, like, even the biggest artists we see are like Lil Baby, I don't know who was it, The Baby, for example. That nigga can actually rap well, and he was still pulling up all the antics to gain as much attention on himself as he possibly can. Niggas showing up to Rolling Loud in a diaper, niggas doing all type of random shit, or just walking around looking like a complete jackass. Although he's confident in his talent, he's just trying his best to get the attention on him. I'm not saying do that for yourself, but there's avenues, and if you really want to put yourself out there, I think people need to invest and really think a little bit more about marketing and strategy.
But a radio is a part of that marketing, and I think as much as we're in Canada, radio, as much as we might think it's not important, but radio is very important. There's still people that listen to radio on their way to fucking work. There's still old people that listen to radio. There's still people that watch cable TV. Like, radio is so important, and I feel like if we look at the Jamaican approach to things, and no offense to any Jamaicans here, but like they would make like edited versions of their songs, their raw songs. So like they'll actually go and change the lyrics so that it can play on Jamaican radio, because Jamaican radio is not playing curse words at all. So they have to do that. So if there was a system like that to let our artists know, hey, we're not allowing certain things from our Canadian musicians, go and change it up. Like, but it's the lack of education, the lack of knowledge, and obviously like thinking that Canada is the only market. We still have Buffalo to approach, we still have Detroit, you know what I'm saying, and we still have all across the world that we can actually access to because of the internet, to put our music out there, even if it's clean versions. And like Gutsy's point, we don't have clean versions of records, you know what I'm saying. There's like, nobody wants to make the clean. Like Griselda Blanco had no clean, like a DJ had to clean that before it to play on the radio. Crook doesn't have a clean record. I'm sure fucking Charlie B had to clean that record. So it's like, why aren't you guys going in with this approach to having clean songs? You know what I'm saying?
That's a part of
but then that's not the radio's fault then.
No, it's not the radio's fault.
Yeah,
that's the artist's
that's
fault.
why I can't blame the radio to an extent. That's why when I said it, a lot of these guys don't even have a SoCan, so you're not even getting on the radio in the first place.
The business, your marketing, and your strategy. These guys aren't even. They want recognition without doing the work. Oh, I want the radio to approach me and put my song on. You're not ready for it yet.
But that's
you don't
but
have
that's
a SoCan set up.
But that's the fans' part. That's the fans' fault too, because we'll say 2015.
I'm curious.
Because
I'm not blaming the fans on that part.
I am blaming the fans. Because in 2015, when everybody was getting YouTube popular, nobody cared about doing the other shit that actually made sense. So like, people are already in Canada, people are already thinking, oh, I can go drop a video, make a song, it's gonna hit, I'm from a hood, and blow it, and that's gonna get blown off the water. People are gonna think I'm authentic, and I'm gonna get a million views. So Casper, Bugs, Killy, all those guys doing all those records and got a million views. It just said, you know what? We don't need the radio. And the fans sucked it up so they like swallowed everything up so much that it's like, You know what I'm saying? We want our artists to be who they are on YouTube, on Spotify, everything else. We don't care about the radio. And I think that's why now we feel like radio doesn't matter. But radio does matter still.
I'm not
I fundamentally
I'm not
disagree.
blaming the fans for that. Yeah, I'm not blaming the
I
fans.
fundamentally,
At that point, I'm
I
not blaming the
fundamentally
fans.
disagree with like everything you said there.
Yeah, me personally, I never been in a position of blaming the market. Like you can't, like if you want to sell something, you can't be mad at niggas because they don't want to buy it. Like I don't think that's salesmanship. You know what I mean? Like when you go into Foot Locker, do niggas press you like, yo, you're not gonna buy the Jordans? So you don't see these Jordans here? Like, fuck this guy. Like that's not how you sell things. You know what I mean? So you can't do the same shit with your music. Like, yo, niggas don't see my songs. They don't want to play. They don't want to support my music. No, make better music. See what I'm saying? Like the customer is always right in that perspective.
Do you
Right,
think
and
that
then
it's probably because that wasn't like, you know, you're initiating the goal, like when you start throwing them bangers out and whatever, you're trying to just make a good track. Your goal is
You're
not
an artist.
higher
You're not a
than
businessman yet. You're an artist. You have to learn the music
right,
business.
right,
And it's on the
exactly.
artist. You can't get mad at the fans or the business for not teaching you it.
Yeah.
Like you have to know what you're getting into. Yes, the product, you have the product, but do you know how the structure within it operates? No, you
Exactly.
don't. You have to educate yourself. It is what it is. It's called
Right.
accountability, and niggas need to start taking it.
Yeah, because it's the same thing like when I started podcasting, I had to figure out like how many episodes in that I wasn't getting money off of the streams off of Spotify and all these different places. And I was just like, yo, like I see bigger numbers. I'm like, yo, I'm into the thousands, 10,000s. I messaged Friday one day. So I'm like, yo, what's that Spotify check looking like? He's like, what's Spotify check? He's like, I'm like, yo,
Yeah, I
fam,
don't
we're
exist.
doing on SoundCloud. I'm like, yo, fam, we're doing beer numbers. He's like, my nigga, we don't get paid for that shit. He's like, that's only on YouTube. And again, the information, right? When you get going back to it, I think a lot of these guys just come in as just, yo, I'm just an artist. I'm gonna put out music, and if it happens, it happens. No, you have to, if you're gonna get into this, especially for a long-term thing, you gotta learn and know what you're getting yourself into, man.
Yo, I don't think a lot of like people can take like constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of these niggas may need better friends. Cause real
yes
shit.
friends.
'Cause, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if my homie rapping, I'm telling my homie, let's get to the radio, let's get here, let's try to do these. You know what I'm saying? But like the man them are like stuck in this bubble where they don't want to leave the ends. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to take the ends with you.
I think it's also just work ethic because like I don't make music no more. But even when I was making music, like, one of my next brothers was rapping and shit. And it's like, fam, go to the studio more, put out your video, do like, just put more effort into it. Or like, I would give him certain suggestions that I thought were beneficial, and then like his response was more or less like, yo, fam, I just rap because I like it. Like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He didn't have like a clear objective to like make it as successful as possible. Like that wasn't his thought process. He's just like, yo, I'll just drop a video because I can. And if it works, it works. And I think that's how a lot of niggas think about this.
Exactly.
And then they just so happen to get popular. So like, oh, the man rate my music. All right, I'll drop another one. But he's not really gonna like do it in a fashion that's like the most productive or the most efficient for business.
Strategic. Yeah.
Yeah, he just thinks like basically it's like I'm gonna play ball till I get scouted. I'm not gonna apply at no schools. I'm not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play ball. Niggas are gonna find me. I'm gonna go to the NBA and that's it. I'm a guy. I don't even have to do this. Every time you ask these guys about it, they're like, yo, fam, I'm not even a rapper, fam. I'm in the streets. Like, fam, you don't even rate your own career. Like, how am I supposed to rate it? You want me to rate it for you? Like, I'm not doing that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
even
don't
make
even your whole career is hilarious, bro.
Sonny in the 6. You hit it on the head still. Marketing is like 90%. Music's like 10. Exactly. You could be an artist all you want, but if you don't know how to sell yourself, nigga, who's listening?
Right.
And like in the age of information, I blame the individual. Like you have access to all the information you could possibly want. Nigga, type it. Figure out the question. ChatGPT, Google. Anything you want, my nigga. YouTube. You can learn anything. I went to university. Everything I learned on university is on YouTube. You don't need to. It's on the individual, bro.
Underground Nation, what you think?
One thing I just say is that it's all about marketing, like Sonny and Six said, and also like for an example, I'll give this example because this happened this week. So I've 4 times been on a break since the tour, since all of that. So he took a little break from music, then dropped a song, got back into the algorithm, and then he said, "Yo, you guys gave me 20K views," just like that. Well, guess what? Tomorrow, 7 p.m., he dropped another one. So he went back to back, and that's a mentality a lot of artists don't have here. They'll drop one song, they want I want 100K on IG before I post it, and then they actually post it, and no one's gonna watch it. Or they'll be like, I need this or set amount of comments. They don't really rate the fans. If people are putting you on, like giving you their watch hour, their views, then you should go like basically serve the fans. So that's one thing I seen that South 4 Times did that I haven't seen from any other Toronto rapper. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like dropping one thing, it didn't do any crazy numbers. It just did 20K, 30K on YouTube. In less than 24 hours, he's like, yeah, here's the next one. So
that's crazy numbers for a Canadian artist.
Yeah, Toronto.
Don't get it twisted, my nigga.
Is great number.
But yo, that it worked, right? Because
and
like you're talking, so it worked. Like, whether it worked. So he's understanding the formula. Like somebody's in his ear telling him to work, and like it's working. So it's like niggas are starting to catch on. You know what I'm saying? Like once that American buzz and everybody starts to pay attention, it's like niggas want to feel like, oh shit, like I did something right. It's like they want to be appreciated for the work that they got. So like he looked at 20,000 like, yo, that's an accomplishment. Let's do it again.
And another thing I'd like to add is that, Toronto rappers, we have to stop buying the views, man. We have to stop getting the bodied views. Yeah, a lot of Toronto rappers are buying views.
How do you know when a man's buying views?
You look at the comments.
Oh.
And if also you look
a lot
like
of views, but like a little bit of comments type
like
shit?
we just said that like 20K views is big for a regular Toronto rapper, for a Toronto rapper. So how are you getting 10K in a certain amount of time? And I just think a lot of Toronto rappers are buying views, man. Even with that whole top 5 and BFR thing, they were sending shot at each other. Yo, you're buying views, you're doing this, let's be honest, bro. Like a lot of times when you buy, even if it's 100 views, well, when YouTube is gonna promote your next video to these people that don't even exist, well, that's gonna crash your channel. And I honestly think there's a lot of buying views in the game. It's like they're I feel like they're looking at the big people do it. They're like, if they can do it, I'm gonna do it too.
I mean, I don't have a problem with niggas buying.
I guess that makes sense. I'm not too familiar with myself, but what you're saying makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in
I
Montreal,
have heard that niggas do buy views. So
in Montreal, there's even podcasters buying views.
It's not just rappers. It's anybody that is making content. If you put your video on a platform that needs viewership, there's an incentive to buy views.
No, you can put AdSense, or like promotion through the app. That's better than going to buy the real bodied plays. And for example, there's even like content creators in Montreal who just start off their podcast. They're talking shit about the next podcast. They're like, all right, but they bought all the views for that one podcast just so it looks like they're saying something serious. And when you like, I just feel like a lot of Toronto rappers are doing this. A lot of content creators. I don't know about the content creator side, but
yeah, the content creators do it too. If Uncommon Sense wasn't here, I'd call out a Toronto podcast that does it. But I'm gonna keep it PG today. I'll keep it PG.
Yeah, I don't know about here, but the example I just picked was from Montreal. That's this guy was just beefing another podcast. He bought the views just to have a certain presence.
I understand what you're saying. Like padding stats and buttons and marketing is all 3 different levels of boosting your numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying though. I know the artist you're talking about. That's
also one
views,
way. Also one way you can check is not 100%, where you can just check Social Blade. Social Blade tracks people's views by the hour, and I don't know about y'all, but if your views are consistent, like 100, 200. Like always on a dot on a number like this. I don't know, man. Might be botted. Also, sometimes YouTube takes off your views if they see that they're botted. You can spot that too. If you're looking at some people's charts are looking like square. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A real organic chart is like, I don't know how to explain it.
You might need to start a series on checking who makes freaking or who has body.
The reason why I didn't do it, like I said, is not 100%. It's not 100%, but it is like if I'm watching a person's drop by the hour, I don't have time to do this. But if I could, you drop this video at this, you can literally just look at the chart and you're like, oh yeah, dude, this is definitely, because the way these machines work is like when you buy 1,000 views, they don't give you the 1,000 right away. They give you a 50. So if you're not already getting views and you're just seeing it's going by 50 in a square box way, there's something.
It's like the same amount of views in a certain period of time.
Same amount of views.
Like
guys, check Social Blade. It's not 100%. I'm gonna give this
Social Blade,
not 100%, but it is a good.
I'm about to look at niggas' views, eh?
Yeah, you can look at people's views by the week, like how much you average a week, how much you average a day. If it looks funny,
you know what's funny though? Like aside from the conversation, like I just don't have enough hate in me to check a nigga's views. I don't know. Like if he got him, he got him. If he didn't, he didn't. Like I don't know. Like that's so funny. So I'm not about to research it. Like
that's some serial killer shit.
Nah, this is fishy. Like I don't know, bro.
Nah, you're right. Still, you gotta have some real hate still.
and then that takes time out your day. You see, imagine chicken over there, fam. Imagine you have to stop seasoning your chicken to go check some views, fam. It takes motivation.
I'm pissed off. I told you chicken off against stewed Virgin.
Post it, bro. Fuck, that's crazy, bro.
And the last thing I'd add is also like, yo, we need shows. We need shows, actual shows. Like,
but yeah, we just came to yo. What you talking about? Like, well, okay, go ahead. What were you talking about? Sorry.
I was just gonna say. I was going to. What I was gonna say is, what do you guys all feel like, in general, not just Toronto but Canada needs more of in the entertainment?
Same thing in Montreal.
Okay,
bro.
so then let me go back to what I was saying. Then yeah, I'm back. So we just came from MWorks Film Festival. I don't know. Do you guys see that was happening?
Yeah, MWorks didn't send us our tickets, so we didn't go.
Yeah, we didn't follow.
Shout out to MWorks though. He didn't email us. But yeah, that's bad.
I'm sorry. That's you're gonna have to take it up with Works. But what was about to say? No. It was a dope showcase of just like actual talent and directors and shit. High quality productions coming out of the city. And I was pleasantly surprised. And what it made me realize though is if you're not tapped into those mediums, like the independent or the short films or the fucking basically the film network, that creative space, then you're not really like, it's like people won't know Toronto rap unless they tap into that kind of scene. You know what I'm trying to say? Where it's like, I'm glad it was happening. It showed me exposures to a network I never seen. I was like very satisfied. I'm like, fuck, nigga, I need to be on one of these movies and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So no. That there is it's there, but you have to look for it. That's how I'm gonna see. Like from what I've seen, I would like to see it more, but like we don't have the equivalent. We don't have the equivalent of like what what UK has, or like obviously America's like, you know, the powerhouse of fucking entertainment. But like UK has notable shit. They got like their Top Boy. They got the fucking the adulthood, the kidulthood. You know, they got like some classics over there that have gone fucking pretty global. So I'm like, yo, why don't we got nothing like that? But the film festival gave me hope. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you said that too, because I was heavy on the UK scene, like with those movies and stuff, and they're not big budget. Like some of them are not big budget.
They're not.
Like, Top Boy wasn't big budget when it first came out in the 4 episodes of fucking season.
Yo, when one day came out, it was crazy.
One day, I was gonna say one day. The niggas singing every 20 minutes, buddy, crazy.
Nah, that was classic musical. That was crazy. So. Crazy. But no, you could good ass niggas don't want to fucking take no chances singing out here. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas over there took a chance, and it worked for them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it's a work ethic thing, fam. I think in the
people
States,
people here take a chance, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like people are too cool for everything here. That's why everything is just like, yo, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't care. Like, there's a lack of belief, bro. The Americans, bro, one thing about them, they have that fucking like American dream like in their head. You know what I mean? Like they think like all of them think like I could become something. You know, like they believe it.
Yeah.
Here, niggas don't really believe that shit, and especially like before Drake. What? You couldn't tell me a man from Canada was gonna be the biggest rapper in the world. Are you stupid? I'll never believe you. Never. And then the man did it, and I'm like, I lie. We can do that shit. Say a word. You know, like it's different. So we don't have that like inherent like just belief in ourselves. That's probably why niggas just half-ass everything, you know. I think that's what we need.
I think also too, it's just a lack of like everybody wants to be a rapper. I think like nobody really wants to be like a filmmaker or a script writer, TV series guy. Like there's the 1-2 people out of the 10 that probably want to do like a little X or a RT, like, you know what I'm saying, a MWorks or Face, like one of out of 20 niggas or women want to be in that field, when everybody else wants to be a rapper, a producer, but nobody wants to tell our stories. And we were talking about that earlier, about the lack of history that our culture has, and we do have a really great and cool Canadian music culture, but nobody wants to tell that story. All the old heads are too cool to start a fucking podcast or to fucking tell their story. I know sorry, Ghetto Concept is working on something, but like we need more of our older gens to start telling their stories for us, because if we don't tell our stories, then we don't know our history. Why the fuck do we know fucking New York history of music and LA history of music, even Atlanta, and they're the babies of the bunch? Why do we know about an Atlanta music scene and like we don't even know our own Toronto Canadian history of music? It's actually really retarded, you know?
Because one thing I'd say about that is that it's not really documented too. Like,
it's documented. Really I'm pretty sure it's documented.
For here?
Yes, it is documented.
Yeah,
nobody wants to tell it.
Nobody wants to tell the stories. Nobody wants to promote these stories. Nobody, just like Vegas said, the guys that been through it. It's a weird Toronto mentality where it's just like coming on camera was like it wasn't a good thing after like that fucking Real Toronto shit. Like,
not even. It's before that. It's before that. Remember? I don't know if you guys ever heard this story. I don't know how old everybody is here, but back in the day, they offered Maestro Fresh Rest a role on TV. He's like, nah, I ain't gonna sell out.
Oh, the Metropolitan show?
No, he did that show. It was before that show, my nigga. They gave him an offer, like they offered him a movie role, and he said, nah, I don't want to sell out. This is like in the 90s, bro. And then he ended up being on Metropolitan and on Paid on Full. It's like, nigga, what do you could have been he could have been the biggest Canadian star before Drake.
Decisions. I don't know.
Niggas think they're too cool here. Niggas think they're too cool.
I said niggas need better friends.
Vegas, what do I tell you all the time? I'm telling you.
I know. He says that all the time.
Niggas need people. You need your friends to tell you, yo, fam, what are you doing? I'm that friend. I tell niggas all the time. Half the niggas that you go into the recording studio with, fam, don't go in there with them. Like, you're wasting your time. I'll tell him that. Oh, no,
I'm just a nice guy, man. I'm just a nice guy. What do you want me to do?
Fuck that nice guy shit, bro. We got bills to pay.
Facts.
I don't know if any of y'all seen that Brandon Buckingham video with press all these artists. They're basically
the hood video.
Yeah, the hood video.
The hood vlogs or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah, I watched that shit.
There was one part I really liked, like, because I moved here in 2010 from Montreal. I lived in the States. So to me, when I pulled up here, there's a lot of things that I missed, or there are a lot of things that I'm not gonna know. So that one part of the interview where they talked about like the old head that showed up, he had his own CBC interview. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, the one from Finch.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I was like, wow, this guy had a CBC. Like, to be honest, at those times, it seemed more like they were trying to show the hood and be like, yo, guys, this is what's going on in the hood. But like the CBC was doing this. Is the CBC doing things like this now? That's the one thing I don't see happening in Toronto media. In Montreal, there's like morning shows where they'll talk about this street artist. They'll be like, yeah, he just dropped this song, boom, promoting him. Here, I don't see no CP24 starting out with the morning show. I don't know if they have a morning show, but they'll be like, yo, this artist is making waves in the States. Boom, present him. I don't see none of that here. So I feel like it kind of declined. I really don't know what was that interview about. Like, it seemed more like they were just showing off the hood.
There was and there is. The problem is the same issue that Vegas had with books, and it just goes back to being in front of the camera. Like, a lot of these guys will do documentaries or do these little think pieces, and they'll tell them it's one thing, and then it'll be a completely different thing. And then it just makes the artist not want to deal with them, because it's like, yo, fam, like, I thought you said it was this, and then I'm on a documentary with a fucking rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. I don't know. It's tricky. But I will say I do watch some CBC documentaries. Shout out to the one that our homegirl Kalani was in. That again, like, it's how they use it. Like, our homegirl Kalani, they used a piece of the interview, a street interview, where she was talking about like living during COVID into like, what was it again, Vegas? Like some sort of sex.
Yeah, sex for rent
thing, and it had her thing had nothing to do with sex for rent, fam. What? Nothing to do with sex for rent.
Send me that,
like,
because
switch up your words and shit.
I'm going for the CBC, bro.
They didn't even switch the words. They just used the piece where she was talking about how it was hard living during COVID times, and they put that in the sex for rent clip, and it's just like,
from that.
Bro, it's crazy how they just
crazy stuff.
Was that a clip of an interview she did on her own, or like that's a CBC?
It was
production?
CBC. It was a CBC street interview that they must have interviewed her on the street. They kept the content, and then now it was time to do a content piece about sex for rent. And they were like, "Hey, we see a young black girl talking about something."
Yeah.
That clip. Now I'm gonna be imagine like I'm doing something with CBC, or CBC wants to do a think piece with the Mandem. I'm gonna be like, I don't really know. Like, you guys are kind of, how are you guys gonna use this content?
You're weirdos. Yeah.
It's hard to trust them, and then it's like after they film it, you don't have no creative control. So whatever they release afterwards is too late. You can't do anything about it. So it's like, I didn't know that what you just said, but I can understand how it works. I've heard like other stories that are similar. Buddy, I wouldn't want to do nothing with them at all. Bro, I wouldn't trust them at all.
That's true.
I messaged my homegirl like, "Yo, I'm watching the Sex for Rent documentary at CBC, and guess who popped up?" She's like, "Who?" I'm like, "You." She's like, "What the fuck?"
Crazy. That's crazy. She's talking about who? Tell me who it is.
She's like, "Who?" She actually said the name.
She make up noise?
She was cheating. She was just like,
yo, Gutsy, you're funny for doing that. Still, you're funny for doing.
You should be the first one to do something like that for sure.
I should have just came on and said, "Yo, I see you in a documentary for Sex for Rent," instead of like,
yo, like calling her to tell her you're watching a documentary about her is funny, man.
But yeah, I don't think I don't know if she messaged them about it. I'm gonna message her and ask her actually. I'm gonna do a follow-up.
After they put it out, even if you message them, what
is she gonna really say?
It's out, bro. It's too late. So it's like, I just wouldn't even do it with them. I would only do something that's live.
Oh, no,
you know what I mean? Because you can't edit that. It's happening right now. So like what I said,
they could edit it, because usually like when they do live stuff, it's delayed like a couple seconds. So like if they see something, they'll just like cut that part. They'll just cut you off right away and not to air.
Maybe it would be harder for them to do it.
It'll be harder. Yeah, they have to be on the ball for sure. Underground Nation says something important. He said that in Montreal they portrayed the street artists in the morning, something that Toronto used to do back in the day with like Rap City, The Vibe. You know what I'm saying? We used to have these shows. Even I would say 106 and Park in the States. Like we used to have these little shows for us. Foreign in Vancouver, was there any outlet for hip hop, R&B, black based music, any of those, even native music back in Vancouver?
Much
music. I mean, we had much music, right? Like that was pretty much our platform. But again, the thing is too, is like there was a new radio station that had started out here years ago. I was a young kid. I was little, but when they started it, they were able to play different kinds of music, and then somehow, some way, that got shut down real quick, and then it just turned into top 40s. Now, the thing is, in Vancouver, anywhere you go with like music that is not top 40s, they are empty, like clubs. When I say like places to go to, so like if I go to like a dance hall place, it's gonna be like a small amount of people, and there's so much potential in there because we don't get that on the radio. So like a radio, like the radio's not a thing over here. You know, like when I'm in Toronto, it's a thing. I'm listening to the radio all the time. It's fine. But over here, you don't get to hear anything but top 40s that are making numbers. So that, again, reflecting back onto radio, it makes it very, very hard to even try to get on the radio over here on these ends, because it's not a thing.
So if I'm an artist from Vancouver, where am I looking to? Like, is there like a Vancouver platform? Like, is there a Six Buzz Vancouver, a Keep Six Solid, like
a podcast or something?
A podcast, like what is there that a Vancouver artist is looking for? Or even
see, again, I'm like, I work out of Toronto for my music and stuff, so I'm very disconnected on that tip. But I've heard that there is like some podcasts. I seen one actually out of a gym. I'm not too sure what the platform is called, but it was pretty cool when I heard it. But to be honest with you, like that would be like the only thing. That's it. You know, there's a bunch of artists out here, but it's more of like the underground scene. They do like the ciphers and things like that, but never like a podcast scene, or like they've got 604 TV, but that again, that reflects on everything on social media. So it's like the news, this, that, but I rarely see, like, I've never seen an artist pop up on there. You know what I mean? So it's hard to, like, it's not a thing. I mean, it's been years. We've been talking about this for years, and it hasn't been a thing still.
So how did Mercules get hot, bro? How the fuck did that guy get hot?
Mercules is not from Vancouver.
Yes, he is. Is Mercules
from Vancouver? I think he's from the island, but I feel like he moved out those ways. He's in. I feel like he lives in Toronto now.
I thought he had some connection with America at some point. No?
Yeah, that too.
He does.
He has his American connection. I think the other you that's out there, but he's so like, I forgot his name. What is it, Tom? He's like, fuck, man.
Tom. I think I know who you're talking. We're talking
Tom
about him
McDonald.
the other day. Yes.
Tom McDonald. Yes. Him.
See, this guy is actually he apparently he was like super broke, bro. He had his last piece of money, and he went like he just got exported in Cali or something. Like it wasn't from Vancouver. His
no,
it's
he's from
like
Vancouver.
he blew. Yeah, he's from there, but his fan base or how he started, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that he had to like dip out, basically eject, and then his music blew up from somewhere else. I had some people talking to me about him that was from Vancouver. It's pretty sick come up.
You won't believe what label Mercules is signed to right now.
Death Row.
Death Row or some shit. Yeah, it's American.
Yeah. But again, you migrate out to LA, right? It's 2 hours
That's why
away.
I was saying, like,
he has
he has an American connection, so it's like it's not crazy. Like, he didn't stay in Vancouver and being a Vancouver rapper.
Right.
He's just a rapper from Vancouver that made his movements and made what has to happen.
Made smart moves, like we're talking about. Made smart moves.
I think with the internet, like if you just market yourself appropriately, bro, you can find your community all over the world.
And then you know what? Even in addition to that, sorry, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to like interject or whatnot.
No, that was pretty much like the extent of what I was saying.
Word. I was saying this nigga Mercules, like even before I knew anything about him, before the Rick Ross incident, before anything, I kept seeing this guy online. And like the point I was saying is like he's putting out, he has work ethic. He's putting out bodies of work all the time. And like he can rap his style, like, you know, so he can rap. He gets got bars, I suppose, right? Like, yeah, niggas was fucking. He was on like World Star and shit. So I didn't know who the fuck he was. I just thought he was another artist from America initially. When I seen him, I'm like, oh, who's this fat little nigga? Oh, and then I think like Snoop Dogg reposted him or something. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll give it a listen. And then I could see, I'm like, oh, okay, he has like a West Coasty kind of vibe to it. I see what's going on. I seen the whole play, and I was like, okay. He didn't come out like a little local artist though. Like local artists and like a lot of what we're talking about, like people don't put out music to the same degree. They're not putting out videos at the same caliber. They're not even working on their craft to the same part. Like, cause talking about man's on the punch out tip. So I was like, yo, it is what it is.
And he was making content as well. So like just going back to what you're
saying,
saying.
I didn't even know about that.
Even if we don't like him or we don't like his music, or you're seeing him, you're like, oh, I remember that.
gotta respect the grind.
Exactly.
I feel like this internet
Exactly.
shit is it's like you see how before we used to watch the TV and the networks they would have like these TV shows ready for us to watch. Now the internet is the TV. So each one of us could be our own TV show, our own source of entertainment for the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a market for content. People pick up their phone every day for something to watch. They don't even have a specific idea of what that is. They just want something to watch. So if you
Right.
contribute to the something, then you could find your lane. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's so funny you said that because that was the original GTV network. Like we had the Mandem show, then we had Nightlife with Rich and Ghost. We had the dog show. Well, it was supposed to be an animal show, but it was turned into a dog show, but never got created in general. But now we have like the Cronum show. We have Tia Told Me. Like we're trying to produce just shows in general. We want to do other shows to make GTV where it's just like every day you can watch something on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? On Sundays, we wanted to have like a church thing. Like we even have our live stream Sunday service, but we wanted to have like a church podcast or just strictly positive shit on Sundays where it's not fuckery, because we know we do a lot of fuckery during the channel, but we want it to be like a BET, like a MTV. Like, why can't we do it? And I think going back to it, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys can answer, but why is our mentality in Toronto so small? Like, why is it like these goals?
What, the crab in the barrel mentality?
Is that what it is?
Well, not just crabs, because you said just mentality small. That sounds like before anybody even says nothing to you, you already have in your mind that you can't do much. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because like how many times you hear people say like you can't do this or you can't do that or we don't have this, and it's like me and Vegas thought to ourselves, yo, we're gonna cancel that. You can't do this anymore. We're just gonna do shit. We're gonna figure it out on the go, because it's like there's too much.
But a lot of that mentality.
No, go ahead.
That mentality is instilled in you from young. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you think like this, it's because you always thought like this. Which is why back to get some new friends. Because bro, when you all your niggas think the same.
But yo, to be fair, even with getting new friends, like he's right though. Like a lot of people think this way. We're very limited in our mindset here. Like this is a conservative country. Toronto itself is just like a popping city, but we're still inside Canada, which is a conservative country. People are not exciting here. Not even on a disrespect thing. It's just, but they don't even want to be excited. It's like too much excitement scares niggas or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortable. It's comfortable.
Yeah. Whereas America encourage you to take a risk. Put
Yeah.
yourself out there. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, why would you not put yourself out there? Look at what you have going for yourself. Toronto, we don't appreciate nothing. We're ready to bat up something, bro. It sucks.
We are ready to buy.
We get free check. We get free checks every month. Like there's so much around it where it's just like, yeah, the mentality just like to a foreign saying, the mentality makes you safe. And, you know, don't step out of that circle. Just be safe.
But
you're good.
Comfort is the killer.
Exactly.
Yeah, comfort is the killer of ambition. And a lot of niggas love to get comfortable over here. You know what I mean? And that's on you. All it does is like, when you see something, that's what makes you unique, or that's why you have a platform, because you recognize like, yo, why is it like this? It's broken over here. You know what I mean? And you just got to be the one that steps apart and show, lead by example.
It's like this. It's like this. When niggas ask the man, oh, hey, let's come on the podcast. And I said, what do you do other than being a rapper? And you don't have nothing else to say? Instead of being mad at the man, why don't you come back with something to say? Because they don't know how to freaking, they just want to be comfortable in where they're at. They're not trying to change to be different. They don't want to change they don't want to go beyond what they are. Like, if I tell you to come back and have something positive or have like something else to talk about and you just don't want to do it, you're cool with being where you are.
They don't even have a project out. They don't have a music video out, but they want to come forward for the interview. Yo, I want to come chop it up with the mandem, yo.
And plus, you didn't even take the time to look at the person's podcast you're trying to come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to, oh, you have that? Let me jump on, bro. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
And like, you don't want to add nothing to your to your resume. You don't want to add nothing to your resume. You just want to be this guy. Then you get stuck where you are.
That's facts. That is facts.
Do you guys have like I guess a golden interview, like each of you guys, like somebody that, and I guess even for you, Underground Nation, is there somebody that you guys are like, all right, if I interview this person, I'm kind of good still, like, you know what I'm saying? You guys can go do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Or like a goal in mind, like if I like a big person that we want to get up there.
Anybody doesn't even have to be a
big,
a personal thing. Like who is like the person that you want to speak to? It doesn't even have to be in the entertainment sector. It could be anything. Like who do you want to talk to that you feel like, okay, I talked to this person, I'm good for the whole year, or I'm good for 5. Like you know?
I did 2 people. Like I always wanted to talk to Kazumi. You know, I even got to see her breast. Like you know what I'm saying? I was honestly good after that. And then also Mr. Mo from Buzz. He used to do a show in Toronto back in the day. I got to interview him. I was like, fuck, bro. I'm like, Vegas, take over, fam. I'm done. I'm good.
Yo, I'm a jackass. Hold on. You said so, I don't know. You said you seen Kazumi, like the porn star, right?
Yeah.
You was funny when you said you got this. No. It was just funny. I know what he's talking. Like, you never seen them before, like
no. But I saw
It wasn't behind a listen. It wasn't behind a paywall. It wasn't on Pornhub. It was live. It was she was in her presence and said, "Who are you guys?"
Hold on. I gotta ask you. You never been to a concert? Is it the same as watching a music video? No, fam. The man's seen a live view.
No, I'm not gonna ever tell him I'm just telling you, my brain's on fuckery, and I heard something funny, and I made it happen.
Oh, it was on Zoom?
It was on Zoom.
Yeah, it was Zoom.
Oh, I thought like you met her. Okay.
We did.
I thought that's what you meant.
It was a met though. We spoke.
We interviewed somebody.
You interviewed. No. See, so no. How do you feel about that?
Oh, you got some Zoom today?
I thought you were in the same room as the bride.
It's like an OFT. Technically, it was like through OF if you think about it. But
it was a FaceTime call. FaceTime titties.
My joke still stands.
Bro, you got some Zoom titties, bro. Those can go on.
Yo, she's sending them to you personally. See?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Nobody else was watching, just you. So it's
bro, that was for you.
Well, and Ryan was watching.
And him too. Big up Ryan.
Big up Ryan, man. 4 eyes is better than 2.
Is there anybody on you guys' list, like go to interview?
Me personally, to be honest, no. I just want to consistently put out good interviews. I want to have a good body of work. That's my primary objective, And I want people I want it to be to the point where it's like, let's say there's a film festival and there's like a big actor here, or there's like an artist coming here to perform. I want them to kind of be like, yo, I want to tap in with these guys before I leave type shit. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be established on that type of level. But I don't have any one particular person that I'm looking for.
Okay. Joe Rogan, nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. Joe Rogan. I swear, because even the whole podcast, like I wrote it down when I was in university. So what do you see yourself doing in a couple of years? I said, I want to do cool shit and have conversation like Joe Rogan and shit. And then I was like, yo, before I even did the podcast, before I even knew Mitch who was, everything. And then boom, life's starting to happen. So Joe Rogan, if I did that, I'm like, nigga, I made it happen. Brain power sick. Manifest.
Yo, I want to congratulate you for even being in university still. Like
thank you.
I know very little people. Like my daughter's in university. Like so she broke our curse, my family curse. So it's like when you see the university children, I know they're stressed out as fuck. But like I also work at a university, so it's like you can see the stress, you can see the time periods. But like just wanting to be something, and I know sometimes university doesn't pan out in some people, but like just that want to be an extra like that secondary level of your school career is really dope. And congrats for that.
I did college. Thank you. I did college and university.
Oh goddamn!
Put myself through both. And
tell them again about the potential.
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, nigga, I don't know, if you want to do some shit, you can do some shit. Like, and trust me, I was by any means. I don't know. It's easy to do. You just got to do it. Anything. Like, but what do you want to do? Okay, yeah, like at the baseline standard, you understand, like even right now in life, like how I came from a Caribbean family. Yo, graduating out of high school wasn't shit like nigga, you're supposed to. You're not doing nothing else out of life. See? All right, cool. Baseline standard. Baseline standard, make it out of high school. All right, you did that. What do you want to do next? Fuck, I don't know. Shit. I looked at what I was going around. I did college. Beat that out in 2 years. I'm like, okay, fuck, nigga, now what? I was pretty fast. And then I did some university, and I was like, all right, fuck, I finished that. But when I figured out what I wanted to do in life, I was already in like my 4th year of university soon. So I was like, buddy, it's too late to change. Let me just finish what I started. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, now there's value in that. Even if I don't apply it, there's still value. One, in the experience, the connections I've made, and then the
education. Yeah.
The education is subjective. It's the ability to apply yourself and retain information. The learning. You're learning a skill set realistically when you go to school. What you learn is subjective.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, and that's big too, because in our subset of people that we rock with, we don't praise these people that go to school and actually finish school. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're all like, oh, that good you. Well, yes, we need more good youths though.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
facts.
We have too many of these bad youths that are just inbreeding more bad youths and more fucking. So no, big up the good youths.
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell?
The bad youths are just inbreeding, bro.
Yeah, the bad youths are taking more bad youths. And then the bad youths are like taking it out on the good youths.
The hoods have eyes, nigga.
For every time,
Yo, that's what this horror movie should be. The hood has eyes.
You make a Toronto.
Yo, you're getting executive producer credits. Just remember, I told you, right?
Big up the thing, see?
I got you.
Castro, who was who's your golden person or golden interview? Yeah.
I'm more on the same shit Mitch is on. Like, I don't really have somebody in mind that like I want to like interview. Like, I'm dying to interview. I just want a good interview. I want to see somebody else other than the let me know something I don't know about you. I want to be interested in the person I'm interviewing. To be honest, I just want to do that, like just interview and make sure the interview is good and find a good interview. I don't have a standout one or anybody I want to like interview personally though. This is whatever comes this way or whatever opportunities we make.
Okay, hold on, let me just phrase this back. Hold on. Let me phrase your question. So, yo, man, really, like, if you could interview anybody in the world on the podcast, be like, oh, that was sick. Like, you wouldn't want to have a conversation with nobody you haven't had a conversation with. It's a hypothetical.
Right?
You want to have all good interviews, but I'm just like, nigga, like, none of them have aspirations.
Nah, but he said one golden interview that after you do this, you know, like you're
basically
lit.
you're just saying like what would mean something to you.
Yeah,
he even said personally. He said, yo, fam, you don't want to talk like Ronaldo or something, nigga, Bob Marley. I don't know, nigga. Something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have that one experience. And who the fuck you want to talk to? That's interesting, nigga. You have a platform.
Okay, if it's like, I thought you meant in terms of like my objective for the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I don't have any one individual interview as my objective. Like, I thought that was your question. So that's why I answered based off of like, that's not really what my goal is. But yeah, if we're just going to play like literally anybody you want to interview, whoever, I'm Floyd. Probably Floyd Mayweather.
No, you know you're a boxing man. I forgot at the beginning you said he was a boxing man.
I watch a lot of boxing. And he's like the first nigga that I really watched box. You know, like I wasn't really into boxing. Seeing this guy just putting people in the matrix, I'm like, I lie. I didn't even know you could do that as a person. So then I just got into it, you know. I don't know, bro.
If going like that, I'd probably want to interview like Lil Wayne. Real shit.
Yeah, that's sick.
Mm-hmm. That's probably more reachable than a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like you got to put that shit in the ethos, man.
Mm-hmm.
But Wayne not gonna remember anything. You're gonna ask him, yo. So I heard you said this. I don't remember.
Yo, just pull up clips when you get there and ask him, do you remember this? And then go from there. You know what I'm saying? And you're blessed. You don't have to worry about it.
That could be the whole interview right there.
Do you remember? Nah. Underground Nation.
Yeah, go ahead. Me, honestly, I was thinking about it. At first, I was like, I don't really have a set person. But now that I think of it, it's like, I'm gonna speak for my channel. Who I'd love to have on my channel is probably Pierre Poilievre.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it. I just had a feeling it was a political guy.
and then the next person, or the old president of Haiti. So the not the one. Well, we have no president right now. What am I talking about? The once upon a.
It's not. You don't want to interview Barbecue?
Actually, yeah, Barbecue would be sick. No, Christmas List went down there, but he didn't link up with Barbecue. But some creators actually went down there, paid off the gangs, and like, yeah, get me through with this guy. That would be interesting. But it's just
why you want to interview them? Are you Haitian?
Yeah, I'm from Haiti.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, just talk about history and all of that, because a lot of people don't really know about this Haitian history, you know, this big culture we have down there. And pretty much, yeah, you're right, bro. Barbecue would be a number one because he used to be a police officer, and now he's like, nah, I'm with the gang now.
Wow. See, I know
If you're
about
gonna interview
Haiti
the
more
president,
than
you gotta
Canada.
interview him too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Max.
Foreign, anybody who
To interview
anybody
or
to
just
talk to,
talk
even to talk to.
Mm.
The people from Natural.
And I'm like trying to what?
The people from Natural, the beer that you drink.
Oh, from Neutral.
Neutral, yeah, you're gonna the owner.
See, now I gotta make my own drink called Natural and just take them off the market.
Mm.
Nah, I feel like probably like maybe like a soccer player, like probably like Messi. Because I want to hear like I want to talk to somebody that has like a crazy upbringing and like made it out the trenches. You know what I mean?
Yo, hold on. I have a quick question. We might go.
Hold
a little
on,
bit left.
Vegas, you.
Oh, me?
I
Want me to
don't even know
answer?
who you-
Yeah.
Oh, shit. There's so many people. RZA. I'd probably want to talk to RZA.
Oh,
that'd
that's a
be
good one
sick.
too.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know who I want you to talk to? I would want you to talk to Parks.
Parks, that guy.
Yeah, from Joe's podcast. I think that would make sense because he's worked with almost everybody in the industry, right? You're like the black short version of Park.
One of them out here.
That's crazy.
One of them out here. I would definitely love to talk to Parks, but he's not my dream interview. I feel like I feel like I could probably get to Parks. I don't think I can get to RZA easily. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm lying. RZA is actually 5 degrees of separation from us now.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like,
yeah, I totally
way
forgot.
easier than Parks right now. Like
probably, but yeah. Nah, whatever. What about you, Gutsy? Or you already did it, right? You got your Kurt Angle. You got your.
Like I've been doing it for a while, so it's like I've interviewed some important people. I guess it's like the like it would have to be Jay, like those guys, like Jay, a fucking Kendrick, a Drake. That would be good. If we're going like super far left, it's got to be Pinky. I have to talk to Pinky. Yo, fam, I'm a dirtbag. So, yeah, we have to sit down with Pinky, fam.
Yeah, 100%. I want to know where did the weight come from.
It's not funny. I feel like that's very achievable.
It is. I'm pretty sure.
We've done a few.
You can make that happen.
Yeah.
If you got Kazumi, you can get Pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Pinky?
It's okay. You're too young. Okay.
Hey. When you're on your live stream, don't Google it either. Make sure make sure it's on the safe mode.
Incognito. Okay. I have a serious question. It's a little bit left. It's more towards foreign. I'm asking you a question. Michael Thompson. I don't know if you know who he is, but in Toronto, he's like a counselor. He's a politician. He's been recently charged with sexual assault. Not only him, fucking Smokey Robinson, and a whole bunch of people are now getting accused of this. Shannon Sharp and they're getting accused of this like either 15, 20, 30 years down the line. In your opinion, or do you hold on to someone that abused you for that long to say in the future this person did that to me, or do you speak out right away?
For me, I would speak out right away because I'm like outspoken like that. But again, that depends on the person because a lot of people, they don't know what to do. They're in shock, or maybe their personality, they just don't know how to talk on things. You know what I mean? So it really depends on the person. Some people are like straightforward and raised to like use your voice, and some people are not. So it really depends on that kind of thing. I feel like I would definitely be on that right away.
Vegas really wants to ask you, why do women not out their accusers right away? That's what he really wants to ask you.
Yeah, that's a good question for me. Like, that's another thing for me too. I try to understand where they're coming from mentally, because for me, I would do that right away. It wouldn't be something that I would hold on to and let it, stay on my mind while I'm trying to live life, and then boom, down the road, maybe bring it up. But again, depends on the person. Maybe they don't know how to speak. Maybe they don't know like how to approach a situation. Maybe they're ashamed of the situation. So it really depends on the person completely.
I think it also depends on the situation. Like, there is like if you actually got sexually assaulted, yeah, people deal with trauma in a whole different way, like a bunch of different ways and shit.
Right.
And I don't know, I'm not a woman, but I can just imagine that like you could be scared perhaps of the repercussions. Like, I don't know, fuck, you already got if you got touched, you only in the most vulnerable fashion.
Right, you don't know if there was like a threat that was put in play too right after the situation. Like, is somebody like, Smokey Robinson, somebody that's like huge, a politician that you were saying, what did you say his name was, Tom? Like, if someone's gonna threaten your life and your family's life and whatnot, which is what would probably most likely happen, you're gonna keep your mouth shut as long as you can until you're safe enough to speak up. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a factor as well. That's what I feel like.
That's fucked up still.
It is, yeah.
That's fucked up.
No, because I don't know if I was, even if I'm a man being abused by another man or a woman, I'm not gonna hold on to that shit. I don't care how powerful you are. I can die tomorrow. You could kill me, but I'm making sure that people know what you did to me. You know what
even
I'm saying?
If it's a woman? Hold on.
Yes, even if it's a woman that put advances on me and I don't want it. Like, what the fuck you touching me for? And
we can use that example of YG with his new song 2004, where he detailed the experience.
Hold on.
Oh no, you're right though. YG did do that. I thought you were talking about our YG, but then when you said
no.
Oh my god.
No, I was talking about YG.
Or Kanye's cousin. It took Kanye a long time. He's got a platform. It took him a hot minute to come outside.
But Kanye's the victim, though. Kanye's the suspect.
Kanye's
the
I don't think people, bro, sexual abuse is it's like a pretty traumatic thing to navigate. I don't think everybody's open and forward to, like, a lot of people like shame's associated. Fucking, you think it's your fault. You can have a fucked up dynamic with the person who's abusing you. Like, there's a level of factors implicated in the situation. Like, if in your situation, it sounds like, if a thing just sees you and just like, tries to grow up your buddy, you're gonna say something. Yeah, fam, say something. You're a big man, fam. I respect that. But if it's like, if you're getting molested for years or something by someone you trusted, no one you love, it's like, you have a skewed sense of fucking identity, sexuality. There's like so much at play, and then it's like you could love your abuser because 9 times out of it's like 80% of the time it's somebody you know. Like, in the average sexual abuse case, there's more people than just celebrities who face sexual abuse. So navigating that, I don't think is as easy and clear cut as you're saying.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I get it.
No, it's not as clear cut, but I think the issue is, I don't know. I guess it's like, it's so tricky that like women after like 20, 30 years, it's just like, now they're coming out and saying, okay, well,
I know grown men.
I think from a legal perspective and stuff.
Legally, it looks funny. Don't get me wrong. Like, when you have people making these accusations after the fact, because there's an aspect of, I'm trying to get some money out of this. For sure. We all see that, right? Cool. But like, real people who are just getting molested and touched on a regular basis, do you know how long it takes for people to even adjust and process what's going on for them?
And heal from it in order to speak up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Grown man to go their whole life just to tell you at fucking 50 years old they got molested and this is the reason they're doing it. Or a lot of people who are gay have a fucking skewed sense of sexuality and they navigated this because of a incident that may have happened throughout childhood. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people aren't ready to do that level of inner work type shit.
No, that's
what. Well, I wanna repeat Gutsy's question to Vegas. Like, so if you're in a settings and a shorty was getting a little aggressive, like, you out her publicly?
Yes, I would.
I don't know, like, that one caught my attention. Like, hold on a minute, what?
I 100% would say, bitch, don't touch me. I will fucking out you on social media.
Are you gonna tell everybody else what she did to you?
Yes, I would. She's an
Hold on.
abuser.
put her on
Yes.
blast?
Hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
I would.
Hold
I
So,
would.
we just interviewed Chromas. Hypothetical. Chromas, like, you know what I'm saying? She sees you go into the washroom. She goes into the washroom. She starts whipping out your piece while you're peeing and stuff, and like, oh, Vegas.
Yeah, give you these ones.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? She's just like, yo, I'm the ish. You gotta give it to me, or like, I'm gonna tell everybody you're gay, which is the number one thing that girls do when, you know, like, oh, you don't want me, oh, so you must be gay. So she starts doing that, whatever. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're really gonna turn her down one?
Yes.
This nigga is so capped. Like, what the? This
I
nigga
didn't
is love
even-
pride.
Why would you
It's
bring her
okay.
in? Like, come on, like,
No,
come
she's
on.
got-
Out of everybody,
Top
out of
five,
Like
everybody.
a woman that like
Top
you
five dead or alive.
like
Sorry.
something that he doesn't want. It's gotta be like some he doesn't want that.
Lizzo.
Like,
Yeah.
I want Lizzo.
everybody
Oh,
though?
yeah, Lizzo's a bad one. Okay,
Lizzo's
no, I got
bad
one.
for
I
me.
got
I
one.
love her.
Amy Schumer.
Crazy.
She's alright. Amy Schumer's alright. Look at white thing.
What about the
TikTok.
next thing from
She's alright.
There's nothing little about her, fam.
yeah,
Why they call big guys tiny? So she got a little something.
She's small now.
Little
So a
BBW
Jamaican liquor. She's a liquor.
Ah, you
I
see
got
that?
you.
She's like Jamaican sizes.
A Jamaican liquor. Canadian large.
Canadian large. I like Canadian large.
Yo, don't kill me right now. You know when like the UK
Oh,
sizes are
shit.
different from the US sizes?
Yeah. The odd sizes. are
Oh
different.
The
my.
Jamaican sizes are a little bit different than the Canadian sizes, dog.
A lot a bit different. I still think you're capping though, Vegas. I think
Yeah,
you're doing
that's
this for the
crazy.
fun.
Nah, you can't
Man,
put
man,
her in
lie.
conversation. Chroma's out
If
there
a man,
for
if a man
taking
told
jerk
me that like he got groped by a shorty and he didn't like it, I'd laugh at him.
off. Oh, see, that's the problem
Nah,
right
what if
there.
it-
Take
what
that
if
man
it's not the same
serious.
space?
What if
I'm
it's a
sorry,
big
it's
bone,
not.
thick wrist shorty, fam, that you don't like, fam? What if, like, yeah, a big
Oh,
bone,
yeah,
thick
come
wristed
on.
woman
Yeah,
comes in the
like
bathroom?
a weirdo pulls up on you and like
Yo, you're
So, yo,
you're not about it. It's not. He's not
Nah,
trying
cool
to
them,
do
fam.
it. She's
Nah,
pushing
nah,
up on
nah,
you,
hold
bigger
it.
than you. Like no.
Yeah, I say, what if two
Nah,
big
nah,
things come
nah.
in like the girl sisters in the bathroom, pin you up, and the one starts stroking your
You
body
know
or
what
something?
I'm
You're over there
saying?
just lock off, Reggie.
I like BBW.
Holding your arms against the wall and shit. You're fucked.
Listen, I like
respect my
BBW
survival
too,
skills,
but
bro.
I like
I respect
BBWs
my
too, but you're not
survival
aggressively like
It's not-
trying to
Yeah.
take it from me.
Yo,
And this
guys,
guy's
now,
just bringing up some
You're not
PTSD.
taking
because
my body.
I might have
now-
to talk
now-
about that on the
You're
pod.
not taking my buddy.
I might have to
No,
talk
you're
about that on the
not.
pod
But
one day. That actually
listen.
happened to me. Like a big thing actually tried to rape me before. Like
Oh my
no
God.
word of a
You're
lie. I'm
crazy.
not lying. And
You
it was
have
like,
an
it was
exciting life. What happened?
no, that's not exciting. Like a big thing, fam. Like
So
you
what
ever have a
happened?
girl
Explain
just like slam a door and say, "Yo, you're naked"? I'm like, what? Like, fam, the girl, like, I'm gonna tell it on the pod one day, but I will just give the one little fam. I don't know how she did it, but that's how I know she was like super dirtbag. She grabbed my belt, fam, and I don't know how she took that shit off, but she just went, I was off.
an experience.
One hander.
Bro, I
But
can't
this is
wait.
the question though. How
said
do
what
they
you look
take
how
it if
mine
you're
you-
not hard? This is what I want to know.
Ooh.
First off, mine wasn't. No. Mine wasn't hard that time.
This is
Okay.
my question though. How do these gal that you're like, oh no, she was fuck, this and this and this and that. How did she take it if you weren't hard though? What like
But it
valid
goes
question.
okay. It goes back to
It's a
like
valid question.
what
right? It's a valid question.
It goes back to like the fact that some of these guys or some of these women, they know them from birth, so they're not expecting any kind of advances like that. So it's more of
Oh
like
yeah,
a, hey,
okay.
are
You're
you
talking about the
okay?
loved one thing.
The
Yeah.
grooming.
Oh yeah, that's different.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
different.
Okay, no,
yeah,
that's
that's
Worry, it's
disgusting.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's not the
hold on.
question at
Yeah,
hand.
no,
That's not
like
what
Let's
you
be
were
real.
saying.
Hold on.
child
Let's be
abuse,
real.
that type of shit is fucked. But I'm saying like today, like a man, and you like, let's say you're at a fucking
Listen.
skinny ass bar, and the
Listen.
big gal pulls up and she's like, yo, like let me whip out your buddy, and the shit gets hard, and she's fucking slap. Yo, how? You know what
You
I'm
liked it
saying?
at least a little bit. You liked it a little bit.
Again,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Man's like,
You know
yo,
what I'm
else, we're
saying?
just not.
Listen, there's
That's
only
a
two
valid
dark-skinned
question.
guys
That's what
here.
I'm trying to say because I'm trying to.
So I'm trying to answer
You know?
for you. There's two dark skin guys here. There's three light skin guys. So there's three light skin guys. I'm pretty sure they have it a tad bit easier than the dark skin guys. But I'm just saying,
Who's the third? light
we've
skin?
all had. Well, Vegas is kind of light skin.
I'm in the middle. I'm
Oh.
caramel.
Brown skin, whatever.
I'm caramel, nigga.
I'm just saying
Hormone.
we've all gotten up at times where we didn't really want to, or it was a bad day, or you know.
NRB.
It was a bad day.
The sun wasn't outside, so you know.
Nigga, NRB. You don't need a reason to get horny, Reggie. Like, you wake up horny. It's set standard, fam. Sometimes you just get. I'm getting inspired. I lie. That can happen.
Yeah. Morning wood is different. Morning wood is different. 100%.
Hold on. You're not. Okay, hold on. I'll just break down some science. Yo. If you just play with a man's buddy long enough, it'll erect itself. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even matter who. Oh fuck, you're doing it. Oh, you're activating it. Like I don't want you to do it for sure, but it's gonna work. My thing works. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. You're loading the tree. If you're putting in the bullets and thing, you think I go bust. I don't want. I didn't co-sign it. Yeah. In the same fashion.
Okay, there we go.
No. But in the same fashion, you have to think about it. It's like saying, oh, how can you have sex if a woman's vagina is dry? Yo, it starts off that way, right? And I've heard from actual people, they say like, yo, halfway through like getting raped, sorry. They're like, yo, is it fucked up that I enjoyed aspects of it? I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. Like a little bit, you know, I'm not judging, but it's like, that's crazy, right? You start, because yo, your genitals are getting aroused. Shit's happening. It's like, fuck, we're human. And it's like, the shit will work regardless. It's just how you mentally enter the situation is like, you know, that's where the discomfort lies.
Yes.
Crazy.
I don't know. I'm still laughing at you if that's your story. Like all that was cool, but you tell me you got taken advantage of last night.
As a big man, it's so funny. As a big man, yeah, it's crazy. It's because we're the power structure in the gender dynamic. So anytime it's like, oh my god, a white man is discriminated, niggas are gonna laugh at you like, yo, buddy, where? Like you have everything else. You know? So if a man says, yo, she raped me, like, way.
Crazy.
Like it doesn't hold the same weight because fam, I expect better of you, you know? I don't know. It's just life has double standards. This is one of them.
And like ideally, when you look historically or just biologically, like yo, men are the dominant. You know, men go out and conquer shit and capture and colonize. You know what I mean? It's just a part of that. Mm-hmm. So as a man getting captured by the people that are supposed to be subservient or like the, you know, submissive, it's kind of funny. Like the power structure is reversed. Now it's like, let that happen.
It's hard to respect things you don't understand. See, like when the girl got victimized, I understand that. She's smaller than him. Yo, fam, what happened to you, bro? I don't understand. And so I don't have sympathy. I'm sorry. I'm still on like, how did that happen?
I got questions, not sympathy.
I do.
Yeah.
So what's the double standard you guys don't like? Because I know I have a few of them that I don't like.
A double. Okay, hold on. You go first because like I had to think about it. You go first.
Like okay, one of them I don't like. I don't like how the gal them can out the man them when like the man them's in a relationship, but if a man outs a girl, they look like they're whack.
What do you mean by that, though? I don't really understand.
So, like, for an example,
he's talking in devious culture already. This is devious.
Yeah, imagine like you're talking to a thing or whatever, and like you already have a thing on the side, and you pull up with a thing. That shorty comes through and sees you with the thing. She's trying to out you.
Oh,
that's okay for the gal them to out the man them, but let it be the other way around. You're talking to a thing. You see her with a nigga, and you just kind of have to hold it. You can't say no. You can't be like, yo, this thing has beer niggas, and you look like a sucker.
Yeah, because yo, you kind of do in that moment. Still, you can't. I don't know.
But that's man's ego. That's man's ego, though. I don't know. That's not our fault. That's man's ego.
But also as a big man, you don't have your program on mana. See, if you're gonna play that lifestyle and do certain things, you should have your program on mana. People should know why.
Right.
And if your thing is not respected, that's what it is, man.
It's the same shit as like why
sometimes girls don't. You know, sometimes girls, it doesn't even matter if it's respected or not. And it could just be a flingers or whatever, and she sees and she's ready to out the thing. Yo, this guy's
so it's a lack of money. Yo, it's a big man. You just gotta explain to your woman. Yo, here what I had some business over there. See?
No. Listen, I'm not saying whatever you do with your significant.
No, I'm just saying as a big man.
But like, why does?
He's saying like it's unfair that the man can't say something.
You can do it.
They can say
but why?
No, you
it's
can't.
back to the same
exactly. That's an egotistic thing.
No,
but that's what men are ego-driven creatures. That's how we live.
But that's their problem then because
Yeah, so it's life. It's nothing you can do. That's why I'm gonna laugh at you when
Right.
you get taken advantage of, and I'm gonna laugh at you when you talk about the girl has next man and all this. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry to hear it. Like, I don't know.
And
You know
this
what
is
it is?
another
Social
thing. It
science.
depends on the person because who's implementing that is just a I see you, we see you type vibe. We're not in a relationship. Who's implementing it? That's another thing too, because
Boundaries have to be established, but at the same time, it's also you can't do it because it just looks like your feelings are hurt, bro.
Right.
You ain't
know
just
what
born
it
to hurt.
egotistic pride right there.
No,
It's
you're allowed to have
okay,
feelings.
Right,
here.
that's
Here, I'll even tell. Okay, here, one. I'll take the ego out of it. Let's just
You're
say
allowed to
it's
have feelings.
yeah, exactly. Let's just say I'm in a
So
relationship.
then
I
you just
break
gotta
up with my
text it. I
girlfriend,
lied. This is what you're doing.
right?
And then the man are gonna laugh.
This is really how you're moving? Okay.
It just
This
is what
shotty
it
I just
is,
picked
bro.
up is badder than you right now. Yeah. No.
So,
You know, if being a man, you have to be in a powerful position. That's just how life is set up. You have to appear to be the powerful party. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Gallum can complain because they're not the one in position of power anyway. So if you're complaining, it's like whatever. You as the leader are complaining that you're not getting followed. It's like being an artist complaining that niggas don't want to buy your music. You're supposed to be the powerful party, fam. Figure the shit out. You know what I mean? Don't get complaining because niggas don't want to follow your program. Yo, that sucks for you. Like, but it's not nobody else's problem, you know? That's just how it is. We're not allowed to complain.
Yeah, because you see, same thing. If a man breaks up with his girlfriend, a man can't go to his brethren and be like, "Yo, man, I'm really hurt." Like your brethren will console you, but inside they'll be like, "Yo, this nigga can't get over this bitch. Like it's been like a month."
No,
I'm not gonna lie, my brother's going through it still. No, I'm gonna ride for it, but at the same time, like my brother's going through it right now. He's gotten better, but at 1-2 times he'd be like, "Yo."
You got a weak top.
No, you need new friends because the real friends will tell you straight up, like, yo, nah, bro, like cut it out. You know what I'm saying? A real friend will.
No, I tell him that.
It's up to the man to want to let that girl go.
Then
that man does not want to let go.
Like, this is your duty now.
You got a week to cry.
Deal with the thing and show him a video. You'll stop.
No, we
It
did.
doesn't
We
all.
did.
Vegas,
Hold on.
We did that though.
We did that.
Yeah, we did.
We pulled up
It
to
didn't
where
work.
the shotty worked.
Yeah, it didn't
and
work.
we went right in front of her face, like, yo, Wagwan. Like she cut off everybody. She cut off him, us, everybody, the whole crew.
Yeah, you
She
guys
was
are
in the
burning
group
on her
chat with
program.
us.
You guys fucked up her program, getting emotional about the thing.
We're trying to
Yeah,
save
We're
our
gonna
friend,
pull up to
man.
her work, man. Yo, family. Oh,
was
fuck.
emotional
Yeah,
for my
yeah,
dog.
yeah,
I was
fam.
my dog. I was
Right.
cheating for my dog, fam.
No, for sure. But yo, you have to understand, he's a big man, and those are his feelings. See? Yo, go do some drugs and figure them out, bro.
Do some push-ups or something. I don't know. A man's life is not
like-
easy, bro. But at the same time, if you live your life correctly, you can get a lot of benefits out of being a man. The double standards work for the man too. So like, I don't know. Like you get to be in a position of power if you're strong enough. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
It's up
whereas
to you
like
to
a
unlock
woman,
your
that's not even
potential.
her position. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's a give and a take, I guess.
Pick your poison. What do you want?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even
You know,
relate to the females. I move like that my damn self. Everybody knows that. I don't give a fuck. I'll walk in a place and see somebody with a shotty. I don't care. I'll walk by, throw a little twerk, and keep it moving. I don't give a fuck. I'm like that. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie.
She
You
don't
did
give a
well.
fuck. I believe her.
You did well.
I believe her.
You did well at that event. I'm not gonna lie. You did well at that event.
But I
'Cause
always
was-
move like that. This is a thing.
you did well.
I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. I'm just like that. I'll never
Right.
act out of pocket. I'll never act out of character. I'll never make myself look stupid.
Nah, I am still.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Awareness
If I
is
see my
important.
exes or somebody there, yeah, I'm trying to turn up on them. I'm trying to be like, you know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? And I won't. I'm
You
having
wanna
a
know
great
what's
time.
crazy?
Yeah,
Foreign. You know what's crazy? I actually did that one time, and you don't even know, and I used you doing it.
That's crazy.
It's just like that, but you know, it is what it is. I need help.
What's some other double standards out here, man?
Yeah, did anybody
Oh.
think of other double standard?
Oh, a double standard. What a double standard that the man don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that publicly men can't have standards, but women can say all types of wild shit about niggas. And like it's cool. There you have your standards, homegirl. But as soon as I start talking, everybody's offended. Why? That's fucker. I
Oh
don't
my
like that.
god, this is why black men this and that and the third, and black men don't appreciate black
Oh,
women. And
After she was calling niggas broke and dusty for 15 minutes straight, you know what I'm saying? You say one thing. I like light skinned women. Oh, how dare you. You know what I'm saying? They
Look-
start
it looks like
tripping.
one of
It's
those
like,
ones.
bro, what is this? That's too much. I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't like that either. I don't
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
that whole Shannon Sharp dating the young thing and fucking that
Oh,
that
age?
girl Tracy Ellis is dating likes young niggas and
That's
they don't have
another-
a problem with Tracy Ellis dating the young niggas, but there's a big problem with Shannon dating the young bitches. Like I don't like that shit.
I don't like it, but again,
I wouldn't do it personally,
No,
but
no, no,
I
not
don't
even-
like the double standard of that.
Shannon just doesn't know how to move, fam. It's too hot, fam. Like he needs to relax.
Both things could be true though. Shannon's out of pocket, but what he's saying is still right though. Because the criticism that they're making is not based on how he navigated. It's just based on the fact that he's with a younger woman, even though they're bigging up Tracy Ellis Ross in the same week. So that's foolishness. But yo, Shannon needs to calm his freaky ass down. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's doing way too much,
bro.
Way
Just
too
do
much,
too
fam.
much. Like
Just
again,
get the contract or something, bro. You're getting too excited. Make her sign something. Go on easy, fam. You're doing too much.
bro. If this was Gilbert Arenas, Ocho Cinco, anyone of like the off-brand niggas that you're like, all right, that's cool. I expect this from you niggas. Shannon is just like, bro, relax, uncle.
I bet if you
It's
could
because
see
you know why
Shannon's
though?
resume,
It's because
you'd
that
be
nigga's big
devastated,
and
fam.
yo. It's because that nigga's like burly and strong. And like, if he was like a more feeble man, I guarantee you'd be less offended or less bothered, bro. Like a lot of you know how much old white man get young things and then just die so they can give them the money or something, but they want. Their
But you
money
know
sucks.
the criticism's coming from black women though. Black women aren't studying white man business; they're studying the man them. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
So the white
is
man
that
go
what
do
they're
what the fuck he wants to do in the corner. They're not criticizing him; they're just criticizing us.
Yeah, but
You
the
get what
of them
I'm
are
saying?
miserable. You know what I'm saying? Because like yo, they're just moving miserable still.
No, we're
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
Yes, you guys are.
Cause like yo, you don't complain about.
Well,
what
the
the
ones
next
that's
man's
complaining,
doing.
those are the miserable ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True, true. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Like people really that bothered that like the man fucks young white things and gives them money. Like it's just prostitution in a new form, nigga. It's fine. Like
They're
it's been going
super
on. It's the
upset
oldest
about it.
hustle in the book.
But it's
It's
two
the
ways.
oldest
So
hustle.
there's colored girls dealing with old white men too. And they just
Nobody's
take their
upset
thing.
when this is happening. Why are we outraged? Like that's an
It's 'cause
agreement.
they just
Right.
wanna
between two
That's
control.
the
people, man.
thing.
He's black because he's
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
Because
I don't business.
look, Bill
It's because
Bill
he's not.
Belichick.
He's a big burly black nigga. If he was a more
Yeah.
frail man, they wouldn't
What's
even
because
say
he's
nothing.
beast?
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much real, man.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
that's not why.
Fam, Bill
It's
Belichick.
devious, fam.
Bill
He's over there
Belichick
conquering
girlfriend's
white
19,
women. They
bro.
don't like it, bro.
Yeah,
It makes
Bill
it
Belichick's
funnier.
girlfriend is
I'm not
19.
gonna lie.
Who? Bill
Bill
Belichick?
Belichick, his girlfriend's like 19 or some shit, fam. Paul Heyman just
Age
got
of
married
this
to a
guy.
21-year-old. Like, yeah,
Yo,
I'm saying Paul
Leonardo,
Heyman
who is
was
it? Isn't
like-
it Leonardo DiCaprio? Throws his shorties out as soon as they hit 25. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
He
He don't even.
dash with.
The got him
And he gets a
expire
new one.
fast at his crib.
Except
Very fast.
Rihanna. He kept Rihanna for a little bit. So
Not that
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
She got that show too.
Jeez,
Well, Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio with Rihanna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly he
I
was
didn't,
with her.
yo, he's a guy, fam. I didn't even
He's
know.
a super guy. Man. Respectful white guy.
That's what this guy's
Top tier
doing.
white
This
man.
guy.
You know what's
Yo,
crazy?
big up this
As
guy,
a,
fam.
like,
What the hell?
as part of being a man though, too, right? And the fucked up thing is a man with power is like you have the power to get what you want. Like you have the power of choice. You have the power of option. And if that man is doing as he chooses to do, why are we upset? You know what I'm saying?
I
It's a
respect
man's
it,
world. There's
first.
another double standard. Now, don't get me wrong. If we seen like okay, boom, let me throw this at you. You see Madonna and her boy toy, and now I understand
my
this is
God.
a consenting Jamaican, right? Because yeah, I got a backlash at it, right? I get it, Jamaican, crazy. But I still look at her like, holy, she's over there sucking out the man's youth, eh? Crazy. I get he's over there like, bumble clap, yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, I get it. It's still
don't
it's
forget
fucked up.
Cher.
I had
Cher
a
like
problem.
Amber Rose baby
he
dad
has
too.
my support. See,
See,
he has
the
my
man on the
support.
podcast, we talked about this. The man that supported him, I was kind of bothered by this. Like, yo, look at her
Yeah,
just
me
sucking
too.
out the youth out this young nigga, and he don't even know what's happening.
I'm trying to tell him he won the Jamaican.
She can't
World
even
Cup,
breed
fam.
them
He's
herself.
joking.
You know?
But it's true he did because niggas have fucked bigger women with less money for you know what I'm saying?
For less, for a green
Fam,
card.
he got like the Super Bowl of like Bucks white women, fam. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Cher too.
He-
Cher
come
too with
on,
Amber
fam.
Rose's baby dad.
top tier, bro. You never seen it like that.
Shares
Yeah,
with
we should.
Amber Rose baby dad. He's like 24.
Oh yes,
or
yes,
something
yes,
like that.
yes. So Amber Rose is last baby daddy.
Amber Rose is not baby dad. She's not Wiz. Amber Rose had another youth.
Yeah, she had another
Yeah,
youth.
she had another youth.
I don't
And
know if she had
Cher is
another
like
youth, but I know she
70.
got married
Cher's
to
like
that guy.
76. She's older than Madonna. She's like 78 or
Hey.
some shit. She's a
Talking
lot
about the
of
youth.
contract with
Yeah,
him
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's not even vintage. That's museum pussy at that.
Yeah, that's
point.
me.
That's crazy. Museum is antique. That's
Yeah, it's
insane.
antique.
It's antique, it's antique.
Folks is
Yeah,
great.
yeah. But yo, he's well taken care of, I bet.
You can't even enter without olive oil, nigga.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit dry as fuck, nigga. What's going on now?
There we
Maybe
go.
this guy
That's where
living
it
his
is.
best
See?
life.
You see that's why I got him up there, man. Vegas is the guy. Oh, Lee.
No.
I'm not even gonna lie. Still, shit.
See
Go to
Jamaicans?
Madonna, how does
See
Madonna-
Jamaicans?
No, I'm not Jamaican.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, see, go to Madonna. Let me see how Madonna looks right now, cause Cher can be. I'm saying I'm risking for Cher still.
Saying you're not
Cher?
I'm the man. Them would never. don't have
Because
to
he
work
said
a
you wouldn't
day in
feel
their life after.
violated if she came up and couldn't
No,
touch
I-
your
this
buddy.
This is a willing
You'd be
victim,
good.
you see.
I would do Oprah for the man because I know.
What if she didn't have money like that though, and she pulled up to you at a bar and she was like, "Yo,
That's a threat.
let me pre that money right
doing?
now."
No,
Grabbed
I'm
it out of your pants. You're okay with it?
I'm calling the cops. You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming in.
I'm moving like Vegas right now.
Fine.
I'm calling
Yeah.
them out. I'm telling the cops. Coming on Facebook Live.
Yo,
PSA.
Actually, you know who I call? Foreign. You know who I call?
Who?
Bingo.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
Sure might be worse. Sure might be worse.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of. You want to know why? Every time I think of Madonna, I keep thinking that sloppiness with Drake.
With Drake?
That's why.
Yeah,
I that's the last standing.
She's a predator, low key.
Yeah.
Fam, even in her book, fam, I've seen excerpts out of her book, and I've seen other things. Bro, she's been doing deviant things to young boys and fucking what's it called? Orphan children, all type of nonsense, you know.
Yeah,
And then she also-
nonsense.
you know what I mean? And I also think she's on the adrenochrome thing. You know what I'm saying? But so when I see what she's
On the
moving like
what?
with the young Jamaican, the adrenochrome thing, that's a whole nother rabbit hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then
All right.
You drink
Yeah,
the
we're
blood
not
and you become young. You drink the blood and you become
I
young.
think she's on that.
I'm
bro.
not
I think
gonna
she's
lie,
on-
bro.
Nah.
I've never heard of this, but it
That
sounds like
face
it
is
makes
paid
sense.
for.
Fam,
That
you ever
shit's
see Fear? You never
matcha.
seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I never seen that yet.
No.
So I know it's an older
Okay, I'm not
movie,
gonna
though.
lie to you. That's
Johnny
a
Depp.
film.
I know what
That's
it
a
is, but I
film.
ain't
That's
seen
not
it,
even
though.
a movie. That's a film. First off, you know what I'm saying? You need
That's
to
a
go and
film.
educate yourself with some film.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched that film and like, I see what the man we're dealing with. Still, I appreciated it. Still, it's a good film.
I'm gonna watch the
It's
film.
a good film.
Why'd
know
you
what
bring
I
it
mean? A lot
up?
of
Though? I want to
messages.
know like how this ties in.
Oh, because
Everybody suspense.
they show you exactly what I'm going with that. They show you exactly what
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
show
and,
you
like,
how-
it's kind of showing it's revealing some dark shit, but it's pretty early, like because it's an early on movie or a movie that was filmed relatively back then. The shit's been going on for years and for time, and it kind of opens up, the rabbit hole about like even like the Pizzagate thing and all them type of things. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, you see
crazy.
what I'm going.
Underground Nation, double standards.
Again,
Honestly.
double standards. Exactly.
Oh, I forgot we were
No,
over here.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't really have much, but I really wanted to talk about the Zion Williamson's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. I don't know what they are now. So Zion Williamson, big player in the NBA. I actually don't know if he's doing good in there, but he's 24 years old. He met with this girl, got her pregnant. She's 31. What do you guys think about this situation where he got with this girl very, very quickly, and it actually ended up not really doing good because she basically crashed out in the worst way possible.
What did she do?
I never heard the situation.
What
Yeah,
did you
you
say?
gotta
How old
lighten
was
her
he? How old was he?
What you mean?
He's
by
24 and
that?
she's 31.
21,
Man,
31.
they're both consenting adults, and that man is old enough to know about where he's putting his body. But what did he do?
Right.
Or what did she do?
Hold on, let you put it out. She super crashed out. Basically, she was in a love triangle basically, and it turned violent. So she had a whole thing where she keyed the other girl's car. She actually pulled up on her and then had the police called and everything. She basically alleged she was stalking that girl too, and basically assaulted her in her own home. So she went to assault the girl that she was in a love triangle with
You're talking about Zion Williamson?
Yeah.
Oh, and his what?
Okay,
the,
so
the
then, so
porn
what's
star?
your question?
No, that's the ball player, Zion Williamson.
So
I'm-
then
I'm-
what's your hold on. What's your question pertaining to the initial?
So my question is like, yo, do you guys not think that you should probably trying to set your life or date between somewhere relative to your age?
It depends.
No.
It
You
depends
have,
'cause
when you're
I
a
don't
millionaire,
think-
you do whatever the hell you want, fam.
Yeah, but
as long as
do you
you're
not
not
think we have more problems?
I think more often than not, as a man, you should probably be with a younger woman. Like more than like, I don't know. It just seems to be the natural order of things. Like as I get older, I don't know. I just feel like younger women make themselves more available. You know, not super young, but like maybe a couple years younger. Older women is a little less common, but I don't think it's ultimately like that big of a deal. You know.
I think you should date your wage. I know people want to say, oh, you date around your age, but you should probably date someone around the same age bracket as you. Something that you can build upon each other. Like if you're broke, fucking fuck with a broke girl. If you have like 20,000 a year, date with something around the similar so you make 40. You know what I'm saying? Like if you date around your wage and obviously of age limit, like you should be alright, bro. It doesn't matter like how old you are, but we all know once you have money, you're technically gonna do what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you have money, you have options.
Yeah,
Going back
I
to what we're
think.
saying.
Guts, you want to say something before I just say words?
No, you can.
All right. I think in that situation, bro, like I don't even think that's an age specific situation. I feel like if you're a mod, you're a mod. See, like whether she was the same age or something, she was gonna key the car regardless. Like you're just mod, you know, that's how you move, that's how you conduct yourself, that's how you react to shit. So I don't think that's like indicative of the situation. Now, in terms to answer your question, do I think people should date like closer to their age? Like I think, fuck, bro, I don't care what people do. I feel like there's gonna be an aspect or similarities between like that you and said person in a certain age demographic are gonna share together. But it ultimately it matters on the basis of connection. Like you can say all the superficial shit and Ray and all that, but like if like for example, even in that situation, if the man was 31 and the woman was 24, like you wouldn't really bat an eye at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
especially.
facts.
So
it's because
like,
it's kind of
it's just uncommon to hear the woman being older, and then because things went left, you're associating the two. Like, okay, maybe it's because of the age gap. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. If you're crazy, you're crazy. No matter how old you are, it is what it is. And ideally, you probably should be with somebody that just has similar interests to you. Usually, they're going to be someone closer to your age,
substance,
right? But you can still find like if a woman was 5 years younger than you, for example, you know, you're 30, she's 25, that could still work if you guys have a similar mindset. You know what I mean? I think mindset's probably the most important factor.
Yeah.
Mindset and maturity as well. Depending on like what you want in life and what your goals are in life, you know what I mean? Because you could literally date somebody that's 50 years old that is walking in a headspace of like, I don't know, a 19-year-old. Or you could date a man that's in his early 20s that is walking in a headspace of a 50-year-old. So it really depends on both of those things.
You know, and again, these things are variable. On average, you can say like you're probably safest dating within a certain bracket of demographic, but like life is life, and there's no real rules to the shit.
Right.
And then there's athletes too, right? These are athletes that we're talking about that just, they have, I want to assume that they have a high sex drive in general. And you give a fucking 19-year-old with a bunch of money, he's not really, like, majority of them are not thinking about settling down. Like they are trying to fuck the baddest of baddest. Like they're just, how many things can I find today? You know what I'm saying? They're not really trying to live.
These guys are trying to exercise all their options. And there's women that are proactively preying on them, bro.
Yes.
So you deal with both
all
those
ages.
Situations, and
exactly
of all ages, yeah.
Of all
so
ages.
If you're up against that, especially as a young man, like
absolutely,
first of all, you've grown his house, so like he should still be responsible for himself. But I can acknowledge that, like, yo, buddy, if you've been famous since you're like fucking 16 years old, bro. Since you started slam dunking on niggas and you made the local newspaper and shit, you get treated like a celebrity. Like, bro, you've been getting pussy thrown at you, fam, without developing no social skills, no maturity, no understanding of what it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And so you get treated damn near like royalty. And then when you get to an age where you have the money now and you have the success, you don't even realize, brother, you're being preyed on. You don't even know that. You just feel like everybody likes you because you're the star ball player. Fam, you're a target, but they don't know that.
I mean, like, perfect example, Tristan Thompson. He got his fitness trainer pregnant.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not a victim in any of his scenarios. that man is the issue.
He's just like, yeah.
No. He's in control of everything. Okay?
Yeah, he's a serial cheater.
You don't see the man walk around Kourtney Kardashian's crib after he did all type of violations. Just popping up on camera like, yeah.
Damn, did you hear him trying to give excuse to why he was doing the cheating the other day?
He doesn't need to.
He
Tristan
did.
Thompson, that's it.
Bro, he was talking to her and he was just like, yo, you know, I don't know what love felt like. I'm like, my nigga, you are lying.
Yeah,
Like,
did that on the show?
Your mom loved you. Your mom had a nice life. I know your life. Like, don't cap, bro.
Yeah,
I think we could.
I
think we could still. We had this bro. We could tell him.
Not even just that.
No. I'm just saying, as like from the woman's perspective, like try being the gal and telling this guy, yeah, you can't tell me that. Like, yo, my dukes, you mean? Yo, I know about love. You can't tell him that he doesn't know about love. That's like a flawless argument. What are you gonna tell him, man? You were loved properly. You can't tell me how I receive love. It's like, yo, it's a failsafe. Anyhow.
That guy knows exactly what he's doing, and he's doing it well. Shout out to him.
Ultimate gaslighting. It's sick.
He's a champion on and off the court.
Double standards. It's sick. That was a wild thing to say. It's sick.
That's a
guess like that.
I'm usually no. You know what it is? It's like I'm just looking at it at a lens. You gotta see through the bullshit, and like when you see it, it's like, yo, that's funny. Like, no, that's how you're moving.
That's your thing
for you. Yo, that's funny. Yo, I'm glad you get what you want. That's sick.
Hey, I rate it, bro. Shout out TT, man. Before we get out of here, what's something you guys are looking forward to from somebody in Canada this year? Could be a music artist. It could be a producer.
Yeah, I hope the boy Tory Lanez frees up this year.
I
really hope because he's a good artist, and free up the boy Tory Lanez. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah, free Tory. Shit, whatever for the rest of the year from someone from fuck. I want our podcast to get bigger still. We're somebody's from Canada. I want my shit to get more popping. That's what I'm focused on. More followers, more subscribers, bigger interviews, more influence. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Foreign.
Yeah.
I feel like I want like everybody to really unite and get things popping. Like nobody like gatekeeping and just work all together and just know like the build up comes from that. You know what I mean? Like go on road together, whether you're like a videographer, a producer, an artist, I don't know if people don't get the formula, but once you guys plug in, everybody plugs in, that's where you make magic. And I'm hoping that we could see something sick come out of something like that.
Yeah, because Canada's got a lot of talent.
Absolutely.
Canada's got shit marketing. Even on the global status. Look at fucking globally. Look at it. America sold the American dream to the fucking world. Then they influenced the standard of beauty worldwide, globally. What did Canada do? We made maple syrup and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's cool and all, but fuck, right? Asian people get surgery cosmetically to look like Americans because they branded themselves and marketed America so well. And that goes to everything within America. Look at it, hip hop and everything in the music industry and the movie industry. Everything came out of American marketing and American production.
Absolutely.
We need to start marketing better over
and like
Canada.
Each state too. That's the craziest thing. Like, you know, I'm hearing like through the grapevine about Edmonton, like Alberta, and shit's popping off over there. Apparently, it's like they're doing their thing and stuff. And I'm like, damn, like we don't see that. I don't even know what's happening over there. To me, I'm still like, that's country. There's like horses and flat land. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
There's no niggas in Alberta.
You know what I'm saying?
There's plenty niggas in Alberta.
Plenty of niggas out there.
Yo, a lot of people from Alberta are actually like looking at closely to the stats of like, you see how, okay, for example, I live in Brampton. In Brampton, it's like 80% 20% is the other. In Alberta, they're already looking at the percentage of how it's
20%
going
the
to be in
other
the
what?
future.
80% what? 80% what? Indian? Is that what you
Colored.
wanted to say? Indian?
Colored.
He said
People of
colored. Color.
Oh, I thought
People
you
of
were saying-
color.
Color.
He's
All
so
of-
safe.
And then, but I said 20% is the other. Take it in. But like, if you look at Alberta, a lot of people are down there. They're stressed about next year, bro. Not the people that's gonna be in this province. They're not even from here. And there's a lot of little things like this going on. So I feel like there's a lot of tunnel vision too, because I talk to a lot of people like in my channel. One of my some good videos I have is just talking about Alberta separation. And it's just to get people to see that, there's other provinces too. A lot of people in Ontario, we're not really looking at. We're just tunneled in and looking at just what's around us. We need to because of the internet, we can reach a lot more people and see what's going on there. And that's one thing that we're missing here in media is like your fan base is just for the local, the people around, where people should look at to create some things that's for everyone, like for example, talk about different subjects sometimes, talk about highlight certain things that you might not probably talk about, but boom, you just want to talk about it. That will bring in other people because we consume American media, all of us do, but how many Americans consume Canadian media? That's the shift we can switch up,
Yes, Prime Minister. You're the next Prime Minister.
So hold on, Underground.
I'm still gonna say you gotta make your medium worth consuming though. I just feel
Yes.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can't ask the world, listen to my shit, fam. You gotta make your shit
we gotta raise our standards.
You also have to look at the algorithm is obviously there's more creators. There's you're right too. But there's also more creators down there. But if you have the creators we have here pushing, like everyone is really pushing crazy, doing certain link ups that we.
But I think it's just I think
it's still gotta be good though. It's gotta be good.
Yeah, I think quality has to speak volumes, bro. Because but we can have a bunch of content out of here, buddy. Just because we have a bunch of shows running, I don't want to watch shit TV. You know what I'm saying? Look at what you consume on an average basis, and then compare it to the quality of what you see around you, and why you don't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Even look at the UK. They've broken into the American market. Facts. From rappers to TV series like Top Boy. And they have a bunch of their actors over in America playing Americans in American movies.
That's facts.
You understand what I'm saying? The British people have broken into the American market. So being an outsider is not going to disqualify you.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
facts.
you need to make sure that you have quality work, and then the market will reward you. We haven't raised our standards. The British people, to be fair, they were America before America. Remember, America is a former British colony. You know what I'm saying? So they already had theater and opera and whatever the fuck going on in England from time. So they do give us a little bit of credit that their thing is the original. So it's hard, and then they went to America and then they got to Canada, got kind of watered down up here. I don't really know. But if we could just raise up our standards, people will reward us, bro.
But going back to what my boy said though, I think it is an excuse thing because just like you're saying, the UK guys, they'll go like you see Dempsey. Motherfuckers didn't even know he was a UK artist, or a guy from UK. But you hear him on Snowfall, he sounds like he's from Cali. Mm-hmm. So how come Canadians that most of every film, TV show gets filmed down here, but we don't see Canadians in these same TV shows, in these films? We don't see the Canadians taking the American roles. So that should be because we're not working. Yeah, we really gotta push, man. I think that's really it. We just gotta push hard.
That's really quick. Push.
Yeah. Underground. What's somebody you want to see big this year from artists, music, TV, actor, podcaster?
I want the GTV to blow up, to blow this up.
Hey.
And one thing I actually like too is this. Already there's a lot of people that you put in this panel that I didn't know. Now I get to know them. So just that link is very special. I think that this thing can continue, and connecting other content creators is actually one of the best way to network. That's why people pay a lot of money just to go to these networking things where, you know what I'm saying? Just to make these connections. But I feel like when the viewers are watching you grow and they're watching other people grow, it feels like a multiverse kind of, you know, they're like, oh, GTV popped up and with these guys, or like this guy popped up with this guy. It makes it like more fun and interesting to watch. So that's one thing we can be doing.
Bro, like I always say, I feel, and I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I feel like I was the originator of just the city showing love to other people. Like, just because, like, at the time I was on a big platform, why couldn't I show love to I think Voices of the Staircase, when I went on the platform, probably had like 10 people on there, or 10 episodes. Like, they weren't doing anything like that yet. Like, I see other people, content creators, I don't care if they're good, they're bad, even the little Dutty one in Vegas that we went over there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just see people Uncommon Sense, like, we've been wanting to link up with you guys from time. Like, I see you guys conversation, I'm like, yo, not even just the conversation, because the topics that the Uncommon Sense podcast have is like dope. Like, these guys topics dope, but then the production is on point too. Like, these niggas, the audio is good, their clips are proper, the shit looks good. Like, I'm like, bruh, and like, it's so hard that niggas just start off like that. Like, to start off with your shit is like fire. I was and then niggas like me, I was like, holy fuck, I love it.
And consistent. Let's put that there too, because there's a lot of people that started and they're not around no more. They're very consistent.
Talk about how they're the best podcasts in the city. Where are you guys now? But yeah, like, just to see these guys, I don't know. I still can't consider them young gentlemen just on the come up. Like, I've seen them and I'm like, yo, I've been telling Vegas, they're next up. They don't even interview. They're like not focused on interviewing rappers or anything, but just the topics, the work ethic, and just how everything looks. I'm like, yo, if I can give some of my clout to them, like, why not? Like, why should it have to be a thing? Like, I used to get mad at my boy all the time because he used to get upset at artists or content creators, and I'd be like, yo, fam, you're a guy. Like, who cares? Like, you see these different podcasts coming up, just bring them on the show, give them a little because that will mean something to them, instead of just be like, oh, your audio is shit and and then his audio shit too. But yeah. Shout out Friday. That's my guy, man. I love Friday. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. There's no beef. Vegas has
no, the man appreciate the forward still 100%. You know, it's good that the man could come together and mutually benefit each other. You know what I mean? Because there's more than enough room on the internet for everybody, you know, and you might have some people that like to watch you, and then when you bring other people on, they can enjoy the contribution from those people. And then, like, our people might enjoy something that you have going on. So the collective effort is blessed, you know, respect for that.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing. I already have people messaging me I already have people messaging me on Snap, like, asking me, yo, what's these guys' podcasts? Like, I want to tap into them. Boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, we appreciate the night. You know what? Also, it's like, I realized, like, that's an important element of things too, because we had another content creator come on our shit recently. Shout out Club Chat. And he's like, yo, like, boom, why? He basically asked the same question, like, yo, how come no one else is really doing the same kind of thing where it's like, yo, you're collaborating with other podcasts, or you're doing it, like, even, I forget, I think there's an audience member or viewer even at the MWorks thing. It's like, yo, you guys are like the only guys that do collaborations with other people or other podcasts, another open. I'm like, yo, like, why would I not? Everything's kind of just happened organically thus far. And so it's just like, it's not like I'm going out and boom, 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 come on. Everything's just kind of, whether we hit it off in person or, you know how life gets, like, even how this came about, it's all just kind of organic on the fly. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's important, especially when building the network, bro. You gotta look at, like, the most successful places. Look at, like, Atlanta, for example. Look at the entertainment web and the chain there, and all the talent that came out of there simply by, you know, they brought their one talent to the global forefront. Now everybody knows about Atlanta. Everybody knows Young Thug and Lil Baby and Gunna and all these man and beer niggas that are just, you know, there's beer little what do they call them? The offsprings of Atlanteans. You know what I mean? And like, the same shit to be said. Like, you got to have the mindset. People don't know. I think also a lot of times there's a disconnect in the media space or the rap space, whatever it is, like, where the money's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't realize, like, yo, there are brands and companies and whatnot that are often going to be the root of a lot of your money. And, yo, fam, there's more than enough of it for everybody. If you just fucking make your shit worth you got to make it worth wanting.
Yes, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Do you feel though, like, scouts wise, like, I feel like the states always have scouts come in, they're already established, so they have that, like, hierarchy type thing going on. Do you feel like we have that out here though? like where you know, like if you go do a show that somebody's going to be watching, so it kind of gives you that drive compared to the USA.
What
You
I'll
just
say
gotta
is
work a little harder.
I'd say we have it, but probably just not to the same degree.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a whole different beast over there in the States, bro. They got like 350 million people, a very well-established entertainment industry. So
Exactly.
it is different. But we do still have people here that can help put you in position. You just gotta be ready for it, you know?
And
Right.
what we've been finding out by asking people questions, especially a lot of the people that are in positions to help people, there's no real person with money trying to help. And I think that's the biggest issue too, like especially for the music side of it. Like
Right.
even the labels, like if you get signed to like a Universal Canada or Warner Canada, they don't really have the money, the links, or the anything that the American side would have, right? So it's like I think it's like we gotta get out of that mind state of just the States is what it is, it's established. We gotta do with what we got here.
Stop comparing.
Yeah, stop comparing. Not even comparing. Stop
Yeah.
complaining about shit. Let's just
Right.
figure it out.
Comparing,
The information is
complaining.
there. You gotta
Yeah.
understand that the industry that you're in, get the information. Just like homie said, there's Chat GPT, there's Google, you know what I'm saying? There's us. There's so many other people that you can just. How bad do you really want it?
Right. It's your drive, personally.
And to my last thing too, that what I really want to see from the city this year is just going back to it. We need to really invest into our own, like products, businesses, everything that's Canadian. Invest into it the same way, like we see something from America and we're quick to invest into it. We need to do that with our Canadian shit too.
Nah. It's true. That's I fuck with that, especially when it comes to like even me. I've been buying like a couple of like Canadian brands or even the local brands when it comes to like the gear and thing. I'm like, yo, fam, if it's fly, it's fine. We have a lot of talented people down here. I believe in supporting our own 100%, right? And then it's like when you,
I seen you guys were Born Ready, right? You wore the Born Ready stuff on their show before. One of you guys have. I could have sworn.
It's either this guy or Cuz. I don't know if I have Born Ready.
Born Ready? I don't think I have that. Maybe it's
that's probably Cuz. Yeah, Cuz has
I
a lot
have
of gear.
a couple of people. I only bought from 2 local designers, I guess you want to call them that, you know. But so I got Product of the Ghetto, and then I got another one. I haven't worn it yet, but so only a couple of people.
Yeah, but shout out Product of the Ghetto over there. They man them, and then we got Rex to Riches. Shout out Wavy Splash and the man them over there.
Yeah.
Who else do we have on them? My shit. Oh, and then Alicia Asylum. They're like, it's like some random brand that I seen on Instagram. And I was like, yo, that shit's fire. Like, it looks like it would be expensive if I were to see this in the store. Like, it's on par with like the Hellstar and them type of thing. You know what I mean? And I seen it, man. And I seen it when I seen it on Instagram or I seen the promo drop. I was like, yo, like, is this out? Boom, boom. Ended up linking up with the man when he dropped his prototype. Boom, I got it for a good rate. Everything was good. And then we ended up connecting, ended up working together. But nonetheless, it was like, fucking, yo, you got to just reach out and support. You never know what can come from certain things, right? Like the connection I made just from fucking with him. And then shortly thereafter, he ended up getting the same exact thing I bought. He got it into a store because the store seen it, like one of these like what is it called, like special designer stores, I don't know, like boutique stores or whatever. And now they're charging it for like the same price you would expect it to be paid for, like, it's like fucking almost $800 a tracksuit or some shit. It's like, oh shit, like
wow,
yeah, right. So it's like you can see the value in things if it's there. Right? It doesn't just because it's it's local doesn't mean it's not good.
We're the consumers, so at the end of the day, we set the price, and I think people forget that. You know what I'm saying? If we think Nike is shit, we don't have to buy it. Nike stock will go down. But if we think Nike is the shit, oh my God, it's so valuable, then their stock goes up. You know what I'm saying? And we're the ones that actually decide what we like. And that's why I say it's the fans' fault why the music is shit. Or the music is where it is right now. Going back to my first point.
I was with you. I was with you right there to the end.
I'm trying to tie it all in.
I respect the tie-in. I respect that. I just don't. I can't.
I tried, man. I tried.
I can't co-sign that last part, bro. Niggas is lazy out here, bro. Niggas ain't putting in
right.
They don't got the business. Bro, that's not the fans want higher quality music, bro. Trust me. They would go it would go places. The quality speaks for that. Yo, niggas have made it in a time with less resources. We have so much resources. Niggas know what good music sounds like. Niggas know what they listen to. They should be listening to. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. They know what quality music sounds like. When they go in the studio, does it sound to the same quality that the music you listen to?
The music you
Now
bump
that-
in your ride.
Now that's a different. You see, now we're gonna have a conversation for a different day because do niggas really know what good music listens to? What good music sounds like?
Oh, we
It-
can-
Like
It
that's
you know what?
depends-
That-
yeah,
we
yeah.
go into that
Pin
later.
that.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
come
pin
back
that,
to
pin
We'll
that,
come
pin
back
that,
to
pin
Yeah,
that,
that's
pin
cool.
that.
In that
Yeah,
one share, yeah.
Bro, Vegas,
yeah, we'll come back to that.
What do you
We'll come
wanna
back to
see?
that.
Vegas, what do you want?
But it does come back to like how much you believe in yourself. This is the thing. Like the other day, I seen like that the Delilah track that
Oh no, I'm not.
Snow Day?
Drake
Snow Day rebranded
co-signed
himself.
for,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
Snow Day.
damn, like what the like, you know what I mean? That type of thing. And then like Trailer Park Boys, like they really started with like a little fucking camera, filming each other, and there's like,
Trailer
and
Park
now
Boys.
look at them, they're huge. So it really depends on how much work ethic you're putting in or what you're trying to do.
Not even work ethic, just how hard, like how much do you
How
want it?
hard you're driving.
How much do you
exactly.
really want it?
And you
Money
believe it.
Money and Power started off with a camera, a couple crew, a couple
You know,
shit
Money and
mics,
You see what I'm saying?
no color correction, and a really good story. And they just shot every day and edit
Right.
every fucking night. So it's just like, bro, why can't I mean, Push done it, the other one done it.
Life of the Dot.
Life of the Dot, but like, where's part 2? Where's the next season? Like, it's like y'all niggas had
There's no
something. Why y'all
consistency, man.
stopping? You know, what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. And that's what it comes down to.
That's what I want to see. I want to see more consistency for everything that everybody's doing. More consistency on the podcast level, more consistency on these TV shows and films, more
Right.
consistency with these music artists, and better music. Like, y'all niggas need to start making better fucking music, bro. Like when I used to make music, I used to listen to a Rick Ross song, and I would used to listen to my bars, and I'm like, I'm not coming as hard as Ross. I need to rewrite this shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the quality, I'm listening to a Jay-Z record and my mix, and I'm like, okay, I need to get it to that mix. Like, you gotta
Right.
have some sort of fucking, you know what I'm saying, bar for yourself
Right.
if you want to
Standard.
feel like you're on top of these guys or on the same level. And I feel like that's
Exactly.
totally out the picture in these days. So I want to see
Exactly.
everything just turned up to the next level for the next half of the year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. That's what I want to see.
Listen, gentlemen and one lady, thank you guys for coming out tonight, man. We appreciate you
Love,
guys.
love.
Really quick, if you guys just want to give your social medias, how people can follow you guys, tap into anything that you guys got going on. Whoever wants to start, you can jump in. And
So I'll do it. It's your boy X.
You're mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're not even ready for this, bro.
My audio just changed. You got a little switch up. You know what I'm saying? My AirPod just died. It's whatever. But anyways, it's your boy X, RIPMX on everything social. 1/3 of Uncommon Sense. Make sure you tap in on everything social. Follow us on everything you listen to a podcast or watch anything on, because we're on it. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and it's Uncommon Sense pod.to or TO on Instagram.
Stick with it. What's up, y'all? It's Foreign E. Foreign and Anita on every platform: Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, boom, boom, all of that. You know what time it is. Watch out for my album coming out at the end of the summer. I'm going to be dropping some videos this month consistently for the next couple months. And yeah, we're going to do a whole album. Love.
Yeah. It's Money Mitch, 54X Mitch on Instagram, 1/3 of Uncommon Sense Podcast. Go look up Uncommon Sense Podcast on YouTube and all the other handles. X already showed you what it is. So, yeah, that's it, you know?
Y'all can find me at Underground Nation, and I do a bunch of streams. So if you guys like a live stream, if you guys want to watch someone yap about what they see on the news, I'm your guy.
Vegas.
Official VFTV at the GTV network. Big shout out to Castro. You guys even big up your partner. You can follow Castro. You can follow Castro at Castro Nero 88. All right, Castro Nero 88, and also your next boy Gutsy.
Oh,
Clips. He
Clips.
came in and out.
Yeah. Shout out to Montreal Clips. Don't worry, Clips. I'm coming out to Montreal just now. We'll get the in person and Uncommon Sense whenever you guys are ready. Just you know what I'm saying. We're definitely ready.
We're going to Uncommon Sense. We're gonna go over there.
Forward, bro. Forward.
I'm
gonna make it happen on the screen near you.
And hold on, can we get a Money Mitch unplugged? Can we get him a freestyle? Like, I'm saying, can we get Money Mitch back? Can we get him back?
I can't do that one right now.
You
It's been a
can't
while,
do-
man. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm not trying to. No, I just got the words. No lyrics today. No lyrics today.
Yeah, I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about like later
On another
on.
day,
Yeah,
maybe we could talk about something.
Have you even been writing?
of course.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I've just been doing all kinds of different shit, But shit. I'm back on the internet now.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm not opposed to trying some shit. So maybe I'll get back in the booth.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's
I
dope.
love it, man. I love it, man.
You're lucky I couldn't find your video. I would have played it right now. Shit.
Yeah, that one's the raw, the original.
Is it there?
Yeah, man. And to everybody, thank you for coming out. We're gonna be doing more of these where we're just gonna get a bunch of people from the city together because like I said, this is what me and Vegas are here for, man. It's not about us, it's about y'all, it's about Canada, it's about Toronto. So
Hey.
yeah, everybody that came out tonight, we appreciate you guys. To the listeners, the commenters, all that, appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys follow everybody here, follow the YouTube, follow them on wherever they're promoting all their stuff. Do that. For next time, wear a hoodie. Very distracting. Your boy Gutsy. I'm off of this.
Everybody smile. Cheese.
Done, no.
Picture.
Yeah, we took a picture.
That could be a next double standard.